Welcome to the only source you need for topics and toy news. This is Gen Z Report. Joining us live, the ultimate Marvel Legends and comic collector. He's got the power of youth. He's got the stories. It's Ashwan. Next up, the master of SH Figure Arts. His collection is legendary, his knowledge unrivaled. Say hello to Zion. And leading the charge, the one and only, the fearless McFarlane apologist and the agent who never sleeps. It's Agent Z-Man. The Gen Z Report. Your weekly dose of awesome starts now.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to Gen Z Report. I hope you all are having a great night. We're here to recap this crazy week of Marvel Legend reveals, as well as anything that caught our caught our eye. But of course, I'm your host, Agent Z-Man, the agent who never sleeps. Also, join with me because I can't do this by myself. Are Ashwan. Hello, Ashwan. And my other lovely co-host, Zion. Greetings. What do you think of this new overlay, I guess? Different, new, fresh. You know, we got to keep it young and fresh. We are the Gen Z. We got to keep it young. But yeah, let me just check the chat. We got very bright and early, like almost a minute before our time of starting. We had Damien Ristori. Good tidings, all. Good tidings. And so let's just get straight into our pickups. I got nothing.
No, me either.
And of course, we have to have our anchor who always has something or has pickups. We got Ashwan.
Guy
Exactly. So Ashwan, the
who has
stage is
taken
all
over
yours.
John Morrissey's title in the comics.
Exactly. Oh, I think Ashwan, you might be mute. Let's see. Oh, sick! You got all the Eternals. Ashwan, I think you might be mute. I don't know. Testing.
That's still mute.
Yeah. Not sure. Okay. Ashwan will come back, and then he'll show his stuff. But meanwhile, Zion, how was your week this week?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yesterday
Yesterday
was our senior skip day, so we didn't. So a lot of seniors just skipped school yesterday. Me.
Oh man, that brings me back of when we had school, and it'd be that kind of free day, or literally it would just be activities, and then most of the time we'd be do we go in, or in my case it would be because we were also we all knew what places we would go, so we were okay, let's go to this shopping center or food market instead of going to school. We'll be there, we'll be oh yeah, and then we'll see teachers who have decided to not they weren't there at school as well, so you're just what? Yeah. So what? So when you say music day, is it some sort of different thing, or is it just what you said, music day?
No, senior skip day.
Oh, senior skip day. Sorry, I don't know why music came to my head. Maybe the theme. I don't know. So okay. I don't think we even. No. That would just be me skipping school, not actual skip Dave, but yeah. While we wait for Ashwan, let me just check the chat. Got Damien. Oof, that Dio, Dio. I keep on reading it as Dio. Keeps getting better and better, of course. And
Mhm.
when it turns, we'll see more of it. I was kind of shocked seeing those Eternal figures. I was like, "Whoa, that is a very quick turnover." Although
Well,
he
well,
did
last
say,
time he did say last time that he would be getting like the whole like it's Eternals wave and the
yeah.
other Fantastic Four.
So, uh, our co-host is great in just like instantly picking stuff up. It's like, yeah.
Mhm.
So while we wait, there was, I know, like this could be a temple like potential topic, but obviously, there was the Street Fighter trailer. I know, you said you're not much of a fan of like Street Fighter slash that trailer, but did you get to see the trailer?
No, I still haven't seen it.
Well, I'll do my little kind of like recap, I guess, of it. Of like, it's very, it's kind of like an era piece, it's set in the 90s, like same time as Street Fighter 2, so it's got that kind of vibe. Oh, let's see, let's add him in. There we go.
Hello?
Yes,
Yes.
we can hear you. Woo! What? You were showing the displays. We were like, "Oh, that's sick," but we couldn't hear you, so we were just like, "Oh." But
But yeah, I got mostly all the Eternals except Angelina Jolie's character.
yes,
And then I've just decided to put all my MCU stuff back there. I won't bother moving about stuff, but I've got most of my MCU stuff back there now. But onto the comics.
yes. The stage is yours.
Magician Colossus issue 3.
Oh, nice. Is that again David Nakayama or different artist?
I think so. I'm not too sure because it has like a different artist on there, but it has the DNA thing that normally is on his. So
Maybe he helped with it. Who knows?
probably. And then Inglorious X Force number 4. Pretty cool issue. X-Men United issue 2, and this is a color block white variant. Batman and Deadpool.
Pretty sick. Pretty sick. Is that the first issue? So you're just the start.
Yeah, it's a one shot. So it's
Okay,
just
perfect.
it's a thicker comic book, and it's just one whole story in this. So
Nice.
and then to add on to some, so I've got part 8 of 9 or Venom 257 of the Death Spiral.
Oh, nice. And I believe that's the Mary Jane Venom, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Still can't believe she's still Venom. Like, she's had a good run. I mean, long run.
And then I think most of these are either. Oh yeah, I've got a fair bit still, but to add on to that Venom 257, I managed to get Venom 255, which I wasn't able to get for ages.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And so this is part 3 of the Death Spiral. I'm like making my way through the Amazing Spider-Man comic books. I'm trying to read all of it up until Death Spiral before starting it. And at the moment, I've read issue 1, 2, and 3, and then tomorrow I'm probably going to try and read like a couple more, and then I'm going to try and read at least 2 or 3 every day of Spider-Man. And then I managed to get Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant, issue 1, back issue, just because when I started to get this from my comic book shop, I didn't get issue 1, and they never got any more in. And so thought I'd get that just so I can have a starting point. And this is a pretty cool issue. I bought it off of Forbidden Planet because they had a thing going on, and I bought it just because even though I may ask him to sign my comic book in May at MCM, I wanted to just get one signed anyways, just so then I know what it's like and just looked kind of cool. Is this a Daredevil issue 1 signed by Lee Garbett?
Oh, nice.
So
Was he there? He was there at Forbidden Planet because I remember seeing that post of him saying, "I'm going to be there to do signage." And I'm pretty sure there was a Daredevil cosplayer, so that was pretty cool.
yeah, I think it was. I don't know if they have any more, but it was like $8.99, so not too bad.
Not too bad.
And then rest of these, I've got mostly some DC issues now. So going into DC Vertigo, I've got End of Life issue 1. I've got Deathstroke the Terminator issue 2.
Nice.
I've got Lobo issue 2.
Nice. That art is always incredible with Lobo. Like even like the older stuff of Lobo, like
This is Scotty Young as
wild.
well.
Yeah. Damn.
It's incredible. Batwoman issue 2.
Nice.
Absolute Batman issue 19. And this issue goes into the Absolute Robins and the Absolute Scarecrow. So excited to whenever I get to that. Some back issues here, kind of. Absolute Wonder Woman issue 1, just because it was the only issue 1 that I didn't have of all the Absolute titles. Just because I wanted to try and at least read all of them, just so then I know, because I know a lot of people like all the other stuff, but I mostly had Batman and Superman, so I wanted to try and get all the others. So I managed to get that.
That's good.
Absolute Flash issue 2, just because I got issue 1 last week, and I just thought I wanted issue 2, even though I haven't read issue 1 yet. I just thought that if I like issue 1, I have something to go straight into rather than having to wait to get it. So I just thought I'd get it. And the last one, which is a pretty cool issue, I think it's a new issue 1 that came out a couple weeks ago, but it's Bizarro Year None.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that and I was like, whoa, that's pretty sick. Bizarro, great character when used right. I think one of the best stories he had where he was like with other people is the Red Hood and the Outlaws storyline, where it was the second version of that team. But so like it was Red Hood, of course, Bizarro, and then I think it was Artemis. So proper good, kind of like it's kind of like a messed up version of the Trinity, but because you got like the Superman motif, you got the Batman motif, and then you got the Wonder Woman motif. So I was like, oh, that's sick. Wish that team was still around, but hey, it's comics. Eventually.
But that is everything comics this week. So that's all.
Awesome. Got some great underrated figures from the Eternals. Also the Fantastic Four I saw. I really want to get them, but I'm also like, I really want Marvel Legends to release their kind of like fursuit looks, as in the blue and black, which are in the film. And like, I remember looking at the behind the scenes and I was like, yo, those costumes, I wished we had those as the main suits. But I understand it's like, oh yeah, they've moved on. They've got these kind of like the blue and white. But at least with that, the old school one, Reed has the like black neck like piece compared to like how in his movie outfit, yeah, he doesn't have the white, which I get it as like a leader, he wants to look different, but I'm also like as an outfit because I've got the retro carded ones, and they just look so much better with all of them, all with the white collar, everyone like matching because it's that team. Like with the X-Men, they don't have to match, although their first appearance they did, and then eventually all of them had their own outfits and that stuff, which made them unique. But with the Fantastic Four, you gotta have like all the same outfits. It's strange, but you know, I guess he's still wearing the same outfit. But yeah, awesome pickups, Ashwan. Always, never letting us down with the pickups, as well as just like Zion said, upstaging John Morrissey. I hope he doesn't make a fuss during Legends of Liquor. Who knows?
He probably will.
He probably will. Group 2 for life. Group 2 for life. Before we get to the news, let me just check the chat. We have Damien here saying those MCU Fantastic Four were on my top 10 of 2025. I think I did see a lot of people. I mean, I think, you know, if you're a comic collector, you're like, you know, I don't want to mix it, but they look absolutely wonderful. I mean, great likenesses. I mean, yeah. Oh, and their pins. So, of course, you got Pedro Pascal, which now he doesn't even have the mustache or beard, so he's looking like classic Reed now, like in real life. So, it's strange that he had the beard here, although concept art showed him without the beard. But yeah, strange. And we have Invisible Woman. Did they reveal a like translucent version of that, or she didn't get that kind of like treatment?
No. I think she only had like a power effect, and like that was it.
Damn. What is this inequality? I know Human Torch did. He had the flame on look.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be getting that, Ashwan, or are you gonna stick with them normal and then like wait to see?
Maybe. Like,
Mm.
I personally just like them on the shelf like this.
Yeah.
Because I haven't got the thing yet, so that's the top of my priority. Just because, like, I haven't had any more money left to get him, but I'm probably just
Mm.
gonna wait until a bit later. But I want to get him, but I don't know whether to get the Human Torch one, but also I don't know whether to get Silver Surfer or not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of getting Silver Surfer just because I kind of want Shalabal in the display because there's no figure of her, and I think she kind of works as a, you know, comic figure as well. And plus, her effect piece is awesome, like with the surfboard. Still, I don't think like in terms of like the surfboard, it still doesn't have the two pegs. Like every Silver Surfer so far has only had one peg on that board, which drives me nuts when you're trying to display it because you've got one foot pegged in and the other is just going like, oh, 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 oh. You're like, I want it to stay. So, like, a lot of the trick people use is blue tack. I mean, true, but then you got like, if you leave that blue tack on for some time, it's gonna be sticky, and you don't want that on your figure. Just saying. Ooh. But yeah. Damien says that Mr. Fantastic is hard to find at a decent price. So well done. But yeah. Awesome pickups. Now let's get to the news. The toy. Always StreamYard trying to play tricks on me. First off, happy Superman Day. Today, the 18th of April, I almost said March, which would have been wrong, is Superman Day. So, of course, you know, every, so far it's only been Beast Kingdom. They've revealed their kind of like new dynamic, I can't remember, was it dynamic? Anyway, they DAH. I don't know what that abbreviation is. I thought it was dynamic something, but anyway, they revealed their three new figures. I say one of them, this Superman here, kind of the Alex Ross style. It's mainly a repaint of the Superman that they revealed already and has released since. But obviously now this is more shiny version. And then we got the Henry Cavill, Cable Cavill, Superman from Man of Steel / Batman vs Superman. So I think that's new in terms of, because I don't think they've done many of these DAH figures, or actually I could be lying because it says 146. So maybe they've done a lot. Who knows? I have only got one thing from Beast Kingdom, and it's not from this line, so I clearly don't know. But anyway, so we got Henry Cavill name. Then we got the Alex Ross Superman, and then recently, well, like part of this is the reveal of this David Corenswet Superman. So I don't know if it's any different, if they've revealed an old one, or this is the old one, but it's now looking very pretty in the, photo shoots, kind of like shots. But yeah. And in terms of scale, this is more of their bigger size figures, so bigger than McFarlane. So they're kind of like, I wouldn't say 1/6, maybe shorter than that, but still taller than 1/12. But yeah, so far for Superman Day, we've just got these reveals. Would you guys be interested in picking these up, or is this like, because they're in that bigger scale, they're not kind of like picking your interest, but they look cool?
I personally probably won't, just because of the scale of it. Like, if I wanted a David Corenswet Superman, even though despite I wouldn't want to buy it, I would buy the McFarlane one.
Okay.
So, like, if I did want David Corenswet, but the thing is, the DCU stuff does, like, I do kind of want to get into it, but like, I just don't know at the moment, really, if I want to just yet, in case maybe Mattel get them or something.
Yeah. Zion, what are your thoughts? Same thoughts, kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like they look cool, but I don't think I'll buy them, because the Superman I'm still waiting on is the CP Toys Superman, and after I get that, I won't need another Superman until the Mattel Collector's line comes out.
That's true. We have Virtual Dave here saying good evening, lads. Good evening. And also happy Superman Day. Yeah. I'm surprised there's no new trailer or anything for Superman, but it's always time. Damien says it's price and space for me always, but pass. Yeah. The same for me. I think these figures are kind of a bit like, I've seen them go for like 40 to like 70 because they're bigger scale, and the Alex Ross Superman, what I've seen from reviews, they come with like different hands, but no different like head options or kind of like anything. But it's they got that wired cape, so it's cool. But then again, what I've seen from those reviews is that there's like kind of like paint chipping, and also they don't pose as well. So, I mean, I think I would want to get one just to have like, I think they're doing a Kingdom Come Superman, so I might get that. But yeah, good reveals for Superman Day, but anyway, it's fine. So we move on from that to another Superman, which absolutely pisses me off. It's French. This is a re-release of Mezco's exclusive Superman Red Sun. They released this back in like 2017, like that time frame. So it's been a while, or it may be like, I heard it could have been like much earlier, but it seems like it's just a re-release of this figure, but with a new head, with this heat vision head. Because you can see like it looks completely different to this normal Superman head. Which, are they saying that's another additional head? Because that just looks the same. But also it's like, why re-release this same look? I'll go over these images because The accessories comes with Brainiac's head. If you don't know the story, it's kind of an important moment. And obviously the kind of red sun flag, and for kind of like, and you can see like the shots. You know, whoever does the photography here, pretty awesome, pretty awesome. You know, it's this look is more of Superman's, the Red Sun Superman's look later on in the storyline. So this is where he becomes more of a dictator, where he rules Russia, or um, yeah, when he becomes basically like the leader of Russia, and he's like controlling everything. So he's, you know, a dictator, trying to be, you know, trying to be good, but then also, I just noted this. Look at the cape. There is no wires. It's like a McFarlane, like the most recent McFarlanes, where they have the kind of like stitching where they could put in the wire, but they don't include it. That's strange for a Mezco. Like usually Mezco have wires on their capes. Well, from what I've heard, they usually do. So strange for a release of an old figure that they've not bothered to like update or do anything apart from a different head, but also not update the cape. Very strange. I mean, these shots look amazing. I mean, we, yeah, they look amazing. But like I said, they should have, if they were wanted to do a, you know, Red Sun Superman, they should have done his earlier look, which is a very simple fix. Change the belt to a more like clasped belt without this kind of logo. He has normal human hands, and his boots are like gray, because they're not black. They're just like kind of blend in the costume. He doesn't have red boots in the story, and he doesn't have a collar piece. They could have done that, but you know, for some reason they wanted to re-release this. But yeah, doesn't say the price. It'll probably be, you know, around that kind of like 112 or 100 price range. So yeah, with that run out, would you guys be interested in this, or is this?
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, yeah, very much. We do. Virgil Dave says it's not exactly the same logo. Like it's not the same. The logo on the suit is different. Uh, yeah. Are you saying the older suit has a different design, or this new one has a different design? Either way, Red Sun Superman needs some more love in action figure representation, especially the other characters, because they only just do Superman. I think DC Direct did pretty much like almost the whole roster. Oh no, I think they did the whole roster. They did Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash. No, not Flash. Green Lantern. They didn't do a Brainiac. Uh, yeah, and Bizarro. So they did a good line, even though those figures are pretty much like statues. And then McFarlane, they did a Superman, but just a Superman, because you know McFarlane doesn't go deep in the line. But anyway, uh, let's go from this to so I was briefly talking to Zion about this. We got the Street Fighter trailer for the upcoming movie. Um, Zion's thoughts were, you know, he hadn't seen the trailer, and I was giving. I'll give a, you know, quick summary for those who didn't watch it. Very 90s, set in the 90s. Seems like it's going to be the second tournament, as they show in previous, like in clips of flashbacks with Ryu and Ken. But yeah, very goofy in a good way. It's definitely like you can't take the film serious. You just have to be in that vibe. Uh, which for me, I'm like, I'm all in. At least this Street Fighter film has Ryu as like some sort of the main character, but at least he can do a Hadouken. The other Street Fighter movie, the Van Damme film, completely rubbish film. But apparently there's nostalgia to it, so I don't have nostalgia to that. But if you want to watch a superior Street Fighter film, I'd say the Street Fighter 2 animated movie. It's amazing. Find it on YouTube and some other places. But yeah. Quick thoughts on this, Ashwan? Did you like? Are you, because I know you got the Jada stuff? Are you interested in this film, or are you kind of like pass kind of thing?
Like I will probably watch it. I don't know if it will be like. I mean, it may be like I watch it maybe like within the week that it comes out, just because like the same with the Mortal Kombat film coming out is I like the whole just live actiony kind of game kind of stuff. Like this
Mm.
looks more goofy than Mortal Kombat does, but like when you have certain like when you see the certain things in the trailer, then you kind of get why, because you got I can't remember I think it's Zangief. Like he does
Yeah.
the move that he normally does in the game, and in my opinion, the trailer it looks so weird, just him doing like a massive like somersault and just like launch in the air. But
Yeah.
it's meant to, or Street Fighter is more kind of like goofy and animated than Mortal Kombat is, because it's literally got like certain characters in it who like you got like sumo wrestlers, you got like Blanca who's literally green and got orange hair, like who's like a monster, like. But like from what I watched from the trailer though, like it looks pretty good. I like the castings in it. Like I'm not too familiar with like the games that as much as most people, but like the casting seems very good. I'm happy to see Cody Rhodes and Roman in the film just as a WWE representation. And from the trailer, even though Cody I still think looks a bit odd with that massive triangle like wedge bit of cheese hair thing, like they both like seem very good as their characters and they both seem all right castings. But yeah, I probably will like watch this maybe within the week and hopefully it's good. Fingers crossed, it's good.
Yeah, I'm all for this because at least it's, bothering to actually kind of give somewhat respect to the Street Fighter franchise. Like, you got deep cuts in this film. We got Dan Hibiki over there. Not great choice for an actor, but at least it's like, hey, we got Dan. Also, Joe Street Fighter from the first ever Street Fighter game never shows up anywhere else. So pretty interesting that they I think these like directors or writers, whatever, have a bit more respect to Street Fighter compared to the first live action movie. Although I give that film respect because of Ralph. Was it Ralph Julia or Raul Julia, who played M Bison? What a legendary role, R.I.P. Because that was his last role, and he did an amazing part. I think out of that film, he was the best thing. Everything else sucked. I tried to watch it. I did watch it, but it was just ugh. And also making Ken and Ryu like arms dealers, complete rubbish. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the film. We are going to get figures of this movie, so that's definitely something to look forward to. I wonder if they're going to do the whole roster. I wonder how Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns looks in a Hasbro form, because it's usually you see their likeness for Mattel. So definitely strange that Mattel didn't get that license for this movie, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped for that. Let me see. I know as soon as I made some controversial takes on the Street Fighter first movie, I knew some people would be like, "Ooh," and of course, Rich M displayed once. This trailer makes Kylie Street Fighter look like a masterpiece. I don't agree. I don't agree. Virtual Dave, hate for the Jean-Claude Van Damme Street Fighter movie will not be tolerated. Uh, of course, Damien has a good point. Always give the film a chance and bloody well stay clear from Rotten Tomatoes. I agree. Rich M is pronounced Kylie Minogue. Yeah, I know. Yep, his last man, also Gomez Adams to many. Yes, he was Gomez Adams in the Adams family. Hasbro got the license for Tron, though. I don't think their license department is on the ball. I agree. I wonder if they're going to do the same treatment and offer the whole figure as a pack, figure pack of the roster, and be like, "Yeah, made to order," or HasLab.
Made to order, HasLab in disguise.
Exactly. I hope they don't do that. I hope they've learned from that Tron travesty, but hey, it's fine. So we move forward to some blockies. This will be brief. They're doing Justice League figures, so it seems like this is their whole blind box sort of like thing. So they've got these kind of like chibi, cutesy looks of DC characters. They did a whole Batman wave as their first one, and now they're doing Justice League. So there we go. Would you guys be interested in this? I don't think this would be a great representation for this film, but then again, it might be because it's yeah. And we got Henry. Yeah, I can't even say his name. Henry Cavill. There you go, Cavill. We got him in this line, and Wonder Woman, and Batman. So yeah, yeah. Anyone interested in this? I'm not.
Not really.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. I'm more interested in their like bigger, more model kit lines. So like, there's the Nightwing that they revealed and the Hush stuff. Let's see if we get more looks into that. Then recently, because WrestleMania is literally will be happening soon, very soon, there was some kind of like reveals here. I'm trying to see. It was at the Mattel booth at this year's WrestleMania 42. So this is the first us talking about WWE. I think we did talk about the WWE Street Fighter stuff, which there's one thing here. But we have a reveal of AJ Lee. I'm not sure who that is, so correct me, Ashwan. I know you probably know more. Who is that guy right here?
Right. So, top row cost AJ Lee, Shawn Michaels, and Jelly Roll.
Right.
And then under him with the massive hat on is Xavier Woods.
Right. What a crazy hat.
And then the tribal thief himself, Bronson Reed.
Whoa. Why has he got so many sneakers? Like, what the hell?
Basically,
He's
so
sneakers all too.
Roman Reigns' name is the tribal chief. So his name is the tribal thief because he stole 2 pairs of his shoes.
Oh my god. I love that. This is a kind of a good accessory for like action figures in general. You can have these kind of like sneakers on someone's like how they're showing here. Clearly, that's a prototype, so they'll do the paints for that. But also, I think I may want to get this Shawn Michaels. What a weird pick of like Shawn Michaels. Like, I don't know who else would have been like. I don't know, like I would have said Dolph Ziggler, but he's not in the company, so I guess maybe Shawn Michaels was the best bet. But him with the Vega look up, I mean, it looks sick. It looks fun. I know there was the next reveal, so we got those here. Get a roll, and then you have these LGN styled figures. So we got Jake the Snake Roberts, Jelly Roll again, The Rock with bad sideburns. I see they have like 2 different, backdrops or cards. You got what's his name? I'm trying to be like, am I saying it right? Is it Roddy Piper? Is that right?
Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I was like, oh, am I saying it wrong or something like that? Now, is this supposed to be is this Glow or is this a different character? Because
Is that Naomi?
that's what I thought
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah. It's Glow Naomi.
okay,
Okay.
very Jubilee-esque jacket. I know displayed ones might like that. So we've got that. Just want to check. Then I have no clue who these are. Not sure. I think this could be. Oh, I don't know. R-Truth, maybe because
I
of the
can
trunks.
run you through them if you want.
Yeah. Go for it.
So from right to left, that is R-Truth or Ron Killings, just because now he's bald, so he looks a bit odd. So, and then on the middle is the former NXT Women's Champion JC Jane.
Okay.
And then on the left is Tala Tonga, who is Tongaloa and Tamatonga's brothers, and he's part of that bloodline family group thing.
Oh, right, with Sokoa.
Yeah,
Solo
yeah.
Sokoa. Yeah. I know WWE. I want to remember. And then so Ashwan, I'll need your help for these because I know you know more of the names. Who is this guy?
Giant Haystacks.
Interesting. Is he a legend or is he's
Oh
definitely
no,
a legend.
yeah. He's an older guy.
Okay. I was about to say because I mean I love the kind of like onesie cloth goods kind of thing they're going for. Like clearly underneath he's more of a wrestler, but it's kind of cool when they do that. Like I know a lot of people don't like cloth goods. Sometimes I don't like. Sometimes I do like. I know Compulsive Collector doesn't like it. Shout out John. Hope he's doing well. But yeah, we got him. We got. I know this. This is CM Punk. Uh, I love that he's got the Saturday night's main event chair. I mean, I love when they give accessories. And this is the Elite line because I can see from the back it says Elite. Then we got. Is this Jimmy Uso or Jay Uso?
Jay.
Jay. Okay, Jay. Because he does the yeet, as you can see on this on his t-shirt. And we got Hulk Hogan. So we got that. Is it that they're doing a new card? It looks like they're doing a whole new.
Basically, it's a separate part of the Elite line that's about Saturday Night Main Event. So it's just like 4 figures to do Saturday Night Main Event. I don't know if they'll do it more from now on, but it's just 4 figures from, I'm assuming, certain matches. So CM Punk and Jay had a match, and I'm assuming Hulk and Giant Haystacks had a match, and they're just putting it around Saturday Night Main Event like they do some other Elite stuff.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's kind of a good way to do a line themed for an event. So that's pretty cool. We got a close, another shot of AJ, Shawn Michaels, I presume, with the ladder. Pretty cool. Then I know his name because he has a Netflix show. This is Diamond Dallas Page.
Yep.
DDP. Yep, there you go. I know of him because he has a superhero show on Netflix, Guardians of the Globe. It's definitely a weird watch, but he kind of makes it unique because he's like the Batman character. Weird to see him in a super suit, but hey, it's pretty cool. So we got him here. This is John Cena. I'm pretty sure this is the wildlife version because he's got that on his knuckles. Do you know what the specific outfit, or is this just new look, probably based on an event?
I don't know specifics, but I'm just assuming it's because they most recently, I'm pretty sure, gave that look into a 3-pack, so maybe it's just a single release one in a I think it's just a re-release of a certain look, and it's just
Okay.
I can't remember what year it is, but it's more so when he has the US Championship because he has a spinner.
Nice. Okay. Oh yeah, I can see the spinning. Yeah. So we got that. Then Shawn Michaels. My gosh, Shawn Michaels is getting all the figures this year at Mattel. So we've got his kind of like, I think this is 2011, probably like Hall of Fame. Yeah, Hall of Fame. So we got like that. Jelly Roll again. Just why? Um, now this looks like the basic line, and I'm pretty sure that's Asuka.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, cool. We've got some other, so like these are the more basic line. So we got that. We got another Cody Rhodes. We got now. I have no clue who this is. This is before my time, so I don't know who this is. It doesn't say. You had me at Yellow Jacket.
The villain?
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's move here. I'm pretty sure that's a tag team. There we go.
Io
Is it
Sky.
Io Sky?
Yeah, I do know her. Cause I'll be watching her matches.
Okay.
He's good.
So this looks like a elite or more of their ultimate line because this looks very articulated.
I think
Yep.
it might be an ultimate. I'm not too sure.
Maybe. So obviously most of and we got Brock Lesnar. I wish they gave him his jean ripping outfit. You know when he ripped his jeans on a live show. Was it a live show or just on Raw? Like I think
It was
during.
on. It was on a recent SmackDown or like a SmackDown a fair bit ago.
I mean, why would you wear jeans? I mean, come on, man. And how tight were those jeans? Jeez. It was a full on like proper rip, and I was like, "What? That's crazy." Hey, he's getting a new figure. I assume probably elite or ultimate. I love the like. I mean, I love looking at these because it's like giving us the vibe of what the Mattel stuff for DC will be, and these figures always look good with like articulation and different hands, different heads. So I think for the adult line, going to be eating good, most definitely. I do not know who this is. Ashwan, do you know who this is? I know it's prototype, so it's like you can't really
That
tell.
is an Ultimate Edition Liv Morgan.
Okay, pretty cool. So we've got that. Sheamus, I know that. Also, it's so strange when like look at the torso. It's like different colors for each piece, and then like the skin color is like you got one that's like this really pale, almost fitting to like Sheamus. Then you got the shoulders that are very tanned. Then you got orange butterfly joints, and then you got it's so strange. I know. I'm assuming this. Obviously, it's the kind of like prototypes, but it's so strange for me. It's just weird. But anyway, we got a new Sheamus. Again, we got Mad Hat. Mad Hat, man. Seriously. And this looks also like a prototype as well, because like the face is more grey and the sunglasses aren't fully painted, so clearly still and the torso. Oh yeah, I was about to say, yeah, that's definitely not an outfit. Like, I mean, yeah, that's definitely not an outfit. The small prototype. Then the iconic Seth freaking Rollins with the crutches. This is it the moment where he's walking and then he goes chucks them and then he just
Yeah.
starts walking. Yeah, pretty cool. Did he come with a jacket in that appearance? I assume he's gonna be given a
He
jacket.
had like a whole like I think it was like a suit jacket or he had like a massive jacket on, and also I don't know if they've added it on the figure just yet, but he had like a full on like knee brace and massive like leg brace thing, and so he should get that.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't see it here because this looks like a normal like outfit, but maybe because it could be those leg braces, but then again, it just looks like a normal outfit with a kick pad. But pretty cool. I love those glasses. They're so huge. I love the kind of like if you take away the accessories, you can put it on other figures. I kind of want shout out Dad who I want him to put something on Hellfire Hank. I know he obviously got the saxophone, but I want him to have a different, look or something. Maybe shades or something like that. I don't know. I'm giving you some free ideas, man. Oh, yeah. I love that. I mean, I think I've got one, but he's got a smaller. I don't know. I don't think it's a saxophone. It's some kind of like accessory. I kind of want to have like a band and just one of them being Hellfire Hank and the others being.
I need me a Hellfire Hank too.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're still so hard to find. I know Dad did get you Ashwan, the Hellfire Hank, but I don't know. Like, it's probably hard as well in the US to get Hellfire Hank, right?
I gotta check the aftermarket prices. I haven't really checked before.
It's like it was also Marvel Legends. I know we'll be talking about Marvel Legends in a bit, but they need to bring back the kind of like henchman, like single pack stuff because it's the best way to do army builders. I know in waves, like the hand ninjas, they're quite good because they came with Stiltman's legs, which I think I can get mine because it's a bit ridiculous, my version, because I got quite a few hand ninjas. And
Oh
let's
boy.
just my Stiltman.
You can be all the way up there.
You're gonna be a size just like Giant Man or Galactus. Oh my!
Oh my god!
So yeah,
What have you done?
he is quite huge. Let me just full size this. Obviously he's on a chair right now, but that's almost kind of yeah. The problem with this is that the legs will warp. So if you don't have those stands, it's gonna be like this. Uh, yeah.
How is Daredevil fighting that?
Good question. I do want to do a shot with him. It's just that because he's so tall, him like trying to stand him, if he's not like on something, he will fall. Like he'll just go. Ooh.
Well, easily defeated.
Exactly. Great build a figure though. Have you guys got Stiltman or?
I need Stiltman. And the hand ninjas.
Oh yeah. I hope they do re-release of those just because of Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah, a brand new day. My gosh, it's not No Way Home. That was years ago. So long. Anyway, let's get back. So this is what you were talking about. This is the R-Truth / Ron Killings because he's got a hair like a head of R-Truth, but with his hair, and this is obviously his more shaved look. So that's pretty cool as a release. There we go. Tribal Thief, as Ashman put it. Then you got Ultimate Warrior for the Ultimate line. I'm sure it's probably they've already done a Ultimate Warrior before, so pretty cool to get another one. And then here's the Street Fighter stuff. I love this. This is just fun. We got a cloth goods sash. So I think they looked at Jada and were like, we could do that too. They got the gold claw. I'm pretty sure. Yep. The Vega from Jada has that as well, and it comes with a shattered mask, and I like that as an accessory. Like, I wish it's kind of part of those Street Fighter 2 figures that I wish they came with that. And there's a rumor of a leak we talked about before, where it's the head expansion pack, where it's their beat up face look, like from when you defeat the characters, and it's the whole continue face, and they're like "Urgh," kind of faces. I wish those Jada figures did come with those, and if they do that pack, pretty cool. We see M. Bison in this blue look. For a second, my eyes were playing with me, and I thought, "Oh my god, we're getting T-Hawk in this WWE Street Fighter line." And I was like, "Nope, it's just M. Bison recolor of the Rock, uh, final boss, if you will." I do love the like effects that they come with. I would get those so I could use them on my Jada stuff. But what a reveal! Balrog, aka Mark Henry, reveal. I'm assuming this is his first figure, like in ages, from this from Mattel. Uh, have you got a Mark Henry, Ashwan?
I do, and it's a very old basic.
Oh, okay. So hopefully with this, them doing like a whole new sculpt for Mark. Oh no, I think Mark Henry does have this similar kind of like top t-shirt kind of thing. But what a good figure, and also uh, he has more of an like more of the iconic look of Balrog, more than 50 Cent in the Street Fighter movie. I don't know why he doesn't have a t-shirt in the film, but hey, it's whatever. But this figure actually looks really cool, and I do want to see if they do. Imagine they do the whole roster of Street Fighter 2 with WWE wrestlers. That would be sick. But anyway, so then we got the WWE Superstar line, which is kind of like the using the Motu Origins bodies, but doing it for the wrestlers. So it's like LGN but buffed up kind of look. Strange, but there's an appeal to it. So there you go. Then, oh my god, this is a nostalgia for me. I remember seeing like similar like 3 packs of figures from WWE back in the day, and they had this kind of like exact look, and you can tell it's like old logo Raw, old logo WWE, and it's part of their true. No, that's what they use, the true FX lifelike details. So you got, I'm pretty sure I had an old John Cena figure looking exactly like that, and a Batista. So this is pretty sick, and of course, Hulk Hogan. Yay! Um, does this like interest you, Ashwan, or like does this have like nostalgia to you?
Um,
Era?
like personally, I wasn't watching at the time because I was probably a bit too little. But like
Hmm.
I know of the moment, and I have, even though despite like it not being my era, Hulk Hogan is one of my favorite wrestlers, if not my favorite wrestler of all time. And so I like all the older stuff, even though this is like 2000s, but I like all the older stuff. So to see him like this be basically his like retirement, where he gets to hold the 2 belts, gets to like have a cool like little send off, like
Mm.
it's cool. It's a cool moment just to put on a shelf because they've done it before, and they do it most of the time. Is they sometimes make these 3 packs or just single packs of just singular moments, just so you can have them on your shelf, and it's just a pretty cool
Mm.
thing they do.
I mean, I like this, and I may want to get this, but also like may have to split it with my brother because he probably wants that Batista. So pretty cool. And they have this Hall of Champions. It's so strange because you got like Patterson, Honky Tonk Man, CM Punk, and then you got Dirty Dominic Mysterio. So like it's clearly of like generations, but hey, I love that older look of CM Punk where he had the long hair. So that's pretty cool. And obviously these are kind of like more of the elite figures in these packs, so good articulation, so not bad. And they of course they got these like WWE legend figures. So we got some of that. We got another. Oh, so there is a Mark Henry that they're doing. So that's pretty cool. Hall of Pain. Appreciate that. And I'm pretty sure is that JBL at the front? Looks like JBL.
Uh,
It's got that
I
hat.
can't tell, but oh yeah, I can't really tell.
Yeah.
I don't think it is though. It might be Cowboy Bob Orton, maybe.
Maybe. Let's see if they don't show anything here. But then we got other reveals. We got Bret Hart. Awesome to see Bret Hart. Probably the Monday Night War. Look, yep. We got Ultimate Warrior here. We got William Regal. My gosh, good lad. And that's obviously Goldberg. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's Goldberg. Who's next? Yeah, that's Goldberg. Yeah. So here we have that, and we got Undertaker again. Ice Jacket. I don't. I guess this is New Jack. I don't know. I don't know who he is. Pretty cool accessory on the top, and I think that's a stapler. I'm assuming that's a stapler. Not sure. He comes with a bin, so maybe that would be a cool accessory to get. Other than that, we have Jey Uso, Randy Orton, and then is that Michael Cole?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, that's pretty cool. This kind of gives me the vibes of Clark Kent, so maybe for the DC line, you can give us a Clark, maybe. And then is this Rhea Ripley or is it someone else?
I forgot her name.
So on the right is Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, her.
Yeah,
and
okay.
then the
Judgment Day,
bloke
right?
behind her is Nathan Frazier.
Okay. Let's see if we can.
Isn't Roxanne Perez a part of the Judgment Day?
She currently is, yeah, but there's a whole thing that people aren't too sure about whether she'll leave it, but that's a whole like storyline thing.
Okay. Well, that was it. Oh, whoa. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news. Okay.
Oh, wait, no, that's just the McFarlane. I was about to say, is that Fonjoy's Supergirl? But it looks like the Supergirl figures are in hand. That's a Fonjoy Superman, which I recommend you get that one, Ashwan, if you wanted to get a Superman figure. But also, I know you're waiting for Mattel. So, but if you're impatient like me, Fonjoy is. You know what? That Supergirl doesn't look too bad. I genuinely thought this was a Fonjoy because just because, you know, they're both here, like showing up like that. But yeah, seems like those Superman figures are coming out. Supergirl figures are out or in person. They've got shots, and as well as we got the Supergirl from the Supergirl CW show with the arrow that they did. So bad. I had this figure very early stages of McFarlane. So, you know, and there's the CW Flash, so Barry Allen, Grant Gustin. That one was not too bad. I didn't get that by then. I was like, I give up. I don't want to get any live action stuff. But yeah, seems like we got a good comparison of like Lobo with his space hog compared to the Flash Bat Cycle as well as the Dark Knight Rises, kind of like Batpod or whatever that vehicle is called. But yeah, not too bad. You can tell like the arms are a bit lanky, like very kind of like stretched out, sort of kind of thing. But you know what? Not too bad. Not too bad. And like here, they're showing like the comparisons of like the comic version that they did of Supergirl. Very ugly. Then we got a CW version. Then we got the new movie one, which looks good. Still kind of like the height is a bit strange. And then that was the first rendition of the CW Supergirl figure from DC Direct. Very minimal in terms of articulation, but I think the new one is a step up. I think certainly from the face sculpt, but yeah, you can tell like the older figure got the tights right because they're not red, which I didn't realize. Yeah, it's so strange. Why does Supergirl have red tights here? Like, I'm pretty sure this supposed to be different. Okay. Anyway, I thought that was breaking, but hey, that's a good segue to end the toy news, and let's get straight into the main topic, which was the Marvel Legends reveals that happened this week on Tuesday. So we had the reveals. So first off, uh, we did have Mr. Stevie and uh, was it
Canyon.
Canyon from the Marvel Legends team. So uh, Stevie, shout out him. He's a UK lad, but obviously he's in America, so pretty cool to have him. Dwight was missing from this because he was doing a very good impression of Frank, or the Punisher head from that mech body. But in all seriousness, he had an injury, so he was out of action. But I hope he is having a speedy recovery. So pretty good. But their first showcase was this Cyclops. Oh my god. The Cyclops visor from the X-Men 97. Uh, Rich displayed once, bring back the ugly Supergirls. Yeah, I know none of us are probably interested in this, visor for like cosplay. I've seen pictures where it looks really massive, but I don't know. Does Mr. Stevie have like a big head, or and it fits perfectly fine, or yeah, like here's the again. They didn't use Brandon. What the heck? What's wrong? You got a perfect model there. Shout out, Brandon. Uh, so you can see, you got the visor. Yeah. I'm sorry, but this just cracked me up. I don't know why. Um, yeah, it's so strange. I mean, I get it. I think like Dad who was saying, there is a community, like the cosplay community will probably love this. So
This
yeah,
will also be good for like Halloween.
yeah, that's true. So there's definitely an appeal, but my gosh, it just looks really goofy. And I wonder how the light up feature works on the visor. Is it like, will it blind you, or is it just going to be like subtle, like wow, or it doesn't even have a light feature? I don't know. But shout out Mr. Makata. He says, "Boys, what's up? What's up? We
The
gotta
the
get
other
him.
the other Gen Z person.
Exactly. We should get him as a guest soon. We definitely need to do like we'll get some guests soon. But yeah. Uh, so Virtual Dave says, hopefully this will be at MCM so we can try it on. Most definitely. Most definitely, we should all get a picture of that, and then, but yeah, so we had this, yeah. So there you go, May 6th, for the pre-order, beginning at 1 p.m. ET. I don't know what's that for us in the UK, but I think I can probably get. Let me get the 1 p.m. Okay, come on, light. Okay, there we go. 1 p.m. Was it PT? ET, not PT. ET. That is 6 p.m. for us in the UK. So if you want to get this, there you go. Anyway, let's move on to the Marvel Legends. So right up, we got the reveal of the box Build-A-Figure wave. So at first, we have Lady Deadpool and Dark Avengers Hawkeye, who is Bullseye. What were your two thoughts on these two characters? We'll go through like each character of like, will we be picking this up, or is it a pass? But yeah, what about these two?
Personally, I would picking up both of these because Lady Deadpool, like people have been saying, you can put it in any shelf you want. You can put it with Deadpool Wolverine stuff if you want to, but
Mm.
mostly just put it in a Deadpool shelf. It looks very good for what it is. And then Dark Avengers Hawkeye to add into the Dark Avengers team, which they are hopefully completing in 2026. But looks very good. I will probably definitely buy it as well, and just very happy for these figures to be revealed, just because it's two new-ish characters or 2 new characters to be added to the shelf and to like build up teams. So definitely a win on these 2.
Okay. And Zion, what are your thoughts on these 2?
For Lady Deadpool, I'm thinking about getting it because I'm still trying to get the maximum Deadpool, and when I get him, he won't really have like nowhere to go or like no other person to display him with. So if I get Lady Deadpool, I can have them two to display together for like a mini Deadpool display. And for Dark Avengers Hawkeye, I think I might actually start doing the Dark Avengers team and start collecting that. Because at first I wasn't really into collecting like the Dark Avengers, because even though I knew like for comics of them, I wasn't like it wasn't really like a need or like a priority. But now seeing this, I kind of have like that interest to actually collect the team, especially since like most of the team's like finished, and I already have Dakin, so I can just start like building that team through and through. And
Yeah.
Bullseye, my favorite like villains in just in fiction in general. So just to get him, it'll be like another thing that I would want.
I mean, absolutely. I think that's kind of like a way to get started, or you know, continue and get into that line. Like they're doing the Dark Avengers, so it might as well. We do have a comment from Babe once. Did any of you know who Box was?
I know who he was because
Okay.
I read comics bunch of comics growing up, so like I know a bunch of like niche and characters, both Marvel and DC.
Okay. So check that, Rich M. One of us knows who Box was, although I know because we like everyone's been talking about him, so I know he's a part of Alpha Flight. I know I'm pretty sure like Ashwan, you have heard everyone else talk about him, but did you know of him, or you kind of like you're new of finding out and it'd be like, okay, now I want him.
Didn't know of him at all, to be honest, but like happy to have him within the Alpha Flight to build that team a bit more, and also like it's just another new character to add to the shelf. So even if I did know him or not, it's still a new character. So yeah.
That's a good approach. I was doing that at first, like getting any new character, but now I'm very specific. So, um, but I'll get into my verdict of the wave. But right off for me, I'm definitely picking up this Dark Avengers Hawkeye, okay, Bullseye. I did have an older version of the figure, so it was like, oh, um, it's now time to replace that figure, and I can definitely take off the head that's on it, which was the Bullseye head from that 3-pack. So definitely an upgrade, and I think like it's on a newer body, although the boots are like from the old Hawkeye slash the new Hawkeye that they did with the Avengers cycle, like
Yeah,
Zion
that's
Show. Great figure. I've got him on my Marvel Ultimate Alliance display, so great figure. And like it seems like they've done the like due diligence for Hawkeye or this look, as although the figure that I was talking about had a full metal arm, which they were kind of reusing an MCU Winter Soldier for that. Strange use, but with this, like they've actually done a like scale mail sort of kind of like arm sculpt, so that's pretty cool. And I think all of this is kind of like pinless, and it's a new body. I think it's like a newer body, definitely a newer body because you got that kind of like diaphragm kind of like thing. But anyway, I'm in for this. Lady Deadpool, not so much. I just don't like Deadpool that much. I got one Deadpool, that's enough. But I do see a lot of people thinking of like, and I think Daniel was saying like, oh, um, you can use this Lady Deadpool for your movie Deadpool, like for movie Deadpool and Wolverine display, which I think everyone's kind of like assumption of that was like, yeah, we're not getting a Lady Deadpool from that movie. So if you want to get that figure, she's definitely gonna be in demand for like both movie and comic fans. So there you go. Now, initially, when you look at this arm, you think Colossus, but no, definitely not Colossus. So yeah, there you go. Lady Deadpool, and then these two. So we've got U.S. Agent from Force Works and Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider. What were your two thoughts on these two reveals?
I'm personally very excited about possibly both of these. The US agent, 50-50 on whether I'll get it, just because, like, I've been tempted, because I don't know if I'll get the 2-pack, because, like, of the Quicksilver and Black Widow, but I don't know whether to go full on in the Force Works line, just because, like, their designs on their suits look pretty cool. This one looks cool as well. And I don't know whether to, like, fully go in on that line or fully go in on that, like, sub line thing. But it looks like a very good figure. I like the effect. Like that, it's just not like a basic US agent again. Because if they'd done that, then I think a lot of people probably would have been annoyed. And so it's good that we actually got a different look and to build up that shelf. And then for the Robbie Reyes, of course, like, even though we didn't know whether it was maybe coming or not, because it was on, like, leaks and maybe it was coming, the fact that it's actually revealed now, and to be fair, as soon as they had the Hell Charger thing, then that didn't happen. Like, I expected them to probably, like, for at least most of the figures that came with that, they then released by themselves. So the fact that we've got Robbie Reyes now, and Dan Yoon did say that maybe they'll do a Hell Charger in the future, or, like, he was kind of hinting at it, but, like, of course, you never know, because, like, he may say that, and then we may think that, oh, we're getting a Hell Charger, and then little do we know that we're not going to get anything. But yeah, still a very cool figure. Of course, on the pictures of the Robbie Reyes, it's like his helmet is grey, but Daniel did say that when it's a finished product, it will be more white, and so, like, not to worry if anyone was, or anyone didn't watch the live stream, and not to worry too much, because it will be a bit more whiter. But still, like, two really good figures in the wave, like, two more good figures, and, like, to add on to the Force Works shelf is just brilliant. I hope we get more figures in that line and don't just stop with a couple. But yeah, that's what I thought about them too.
Yeah. And Zion, what are your thoughts on these two?
For the U.S. agent, I'm still trying to stick to getting the original one from 2021 because that's the version of, like, U.S. agent that I know the best when he was, like, an antagonist and not a part of the Avengers. So I'm gonna pass on this version. And for the Robbie Reyes, it's the only thing that's, like, putting me off is that he doesn't have, like, a vehicle, and Ghost Rider in his name, he's a Ghost Rider. And I know the Johnny Blaze and the Danny Ketch versions, they each have, like, their bikes. So if I would be the one that, so for my first, like, Ghost Rider figure, I would want them to have, like, a vehicle. And so for right now, I'm gonna pass on Robbie, but after I get one of the other two, I'll probably, like, backtrack on it and get this one.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. For me, I am absolutely in love with the Force Works US agent figure. So I'll show this. This is the full team, although they've had different members. So you can see, like, Wonder Man. We definitely need a new Wonder Man, so that's something to look forward to. Scarlet Witch. There is, like, a rumor that we're getting a 2-pack of her and Vision, so that's kind of like similar era of looks, but I think a Force Works look for Scarlet Witch would be awesome. Iron Man, we do have the modular Iron Man, but, maybe a shinier version. Who knows? Who knows? We do have the what was it? Jennifer Carpenter,
Julia
Spider-Woman. Julia, there you go. Julia Carpenter, Spider-Woman. We've had her twice, so the older version, which was in a Spider-Man Build-A-Figure wave, and then a newer version, which was part of the West Coast Avengers like box set. So that was more of an update on that because it was a different body type with more modern articulation. Although I'm down for another release of her, like with US Agent and Iron Man, and technically Scarlet Witch. They appeared like in these kind of looks. Well, no, US Agent didn't appear in the show, but they did appear in the Iron Man animated series toy line. So US Agent was a like kind of like a European exclusive, but also there was a prototype for the American one. But then his body was later used for a like astral projection version of Xavier. Shout out Collecting Rush. He was the one who mentioned that. I remember when we were talking about that on the recap. But yeah, I would have loved if US Agent was on the Iron Man card. I think he makes more sense than She-Hulk showing up in the Iron Man card. I know people have said she appeared in Iron Man animated series, but I think that's wrong because like Iron Man appeared in the Hulk animated series, and maybe that was the same time like She-Hulk was there, but uh, She-Hulk wasn't in the Iron Man animated series because they hadn't done that show before, like the Iron Man show kind of finished, and then there was the Hulk show. So yeah, I know some people have been saying that, but it's wrong. Uh, yeah, I would have loved if this figure was done in the Iron Man card, but happy to see him be done completely. And I do hope we get the rest of the team. And one of the characters from the ForceWorks team that we do not have in Marvel Legends form or in like figure form is they don't have him here, but here Sentry. Now, not Sentry as in the modern Bob Reynolds version. This is Century as in spelled Century.
Like the
Completely different.
years.
Yeah, exactly. Like the years Century. I don't know who this green guy is, but he looks awesome. So, oh no, big fan. I don't know Force Works that much. I'm getting through it, so calm
Hmm.
down. But yeah, this figure definitely on an Iron Man card. I still hope they continue that Iron Man card because they had a good like first two waves, but I really hope they do more of the characters who appeared in the show. And funnily enough, like I said, that Avengers: The Crossing, this is kind of like the Scarlet Witch look that she had. So clearly, like in the Force Works series, she gets that look. So technically, you can like if they do give that look, it's fine to put in for the Force Works. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm all in for Force Works team, and then there's other members for the team. So yeah, I'm down for that. And then Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes. Like it was such a. It's been a long time since that whole HasLab um, Engine of Vengeance campaign didn't do well, and I know there was the whole kind of like controversy about the price and all that. And ever since then, we've got all the add-ons from that, HasLab, which were Damien Hellstrom, Madeline Pryor, although Madeline Pryor is not the look she had in that add-on, because that was more of like Goblin Queen look, and the Madeline Pryor we got was more 97 look. And then we're getting a Mephisto this year, so I knew it was about time that we would get a Robbie Reyes. So this and like you said, Daniel's like kind of teased that we may get a Hell Charger. I really hope it's a made to order one, like Zion said, as love in disguise. Yeah, but I hope the Hell Charger is like the same one that they showed with the light up feature, because like this figure has that kind of like translucent. I mean, all Ghost Riders have like translucent fire, but like it would work because that feature in that car had like a light up in the seat, so like you could have the flame lit up while lights are on. So I think definitely keep some of those features, and I think one of the things that could sell this made to order HasLab of Vengeance, or Engine of Vengeance Hell Charger, if they do made to order, is a Robbie Reyes civilian look, because he was offered as a you know That was offered as kind of like a tier or like a stretch goal that we could get a Robbie Reyes in civilian form. So I hope that they give that if they do a made to order. So there's definitely a potential, and I don't mind the silver look for his skull, but I want to see what the white looks before. So anyway, I'm in for Robbie and I'm in for US Agent, and we move straight forward to the Ultimate Wolverine from the modern storyline. For those who don't know, in this storyline is the Winter Soldier in the Ultimate Universe, hence why he's got a red star. What are your two thoughts on these figures?
This Wolverine, haven't read the comic book, but like I've seen it and tempted to start reading it because his costume alone is just, it looks great. Like it's just his red and black costume. My two like favorite colors is inner costume. He's got a cool mask. He's got that red star. His costume looks so cool. Of course, he doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece, but he's such a great figure that I think is kind of hard for me not to pass up.
Hmm. And Zion, what are your thoughts on the Ultimate Wolverine?
I have the comics too.
Ah, so let me skip through. Hey, and see on that cover, that's Colossus, right?
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
it is. Because like they're like a villain in the storyline.
Yeah. But yeah, because he starts off as a villain and then he eventually becomes good. Pretty sure. But yeah, would you be interested in getting this figure now? And you have a comic, so I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta get it.
Because with the new Marvel Ultimate Universe, even though it's not as good as the absolute DC, there's still like good stories in the Marvel Ultimate Universe, and it's like very interesting. And Wolverine, I would say it's like been one of like the best stories out of the whole like catalog. And Wolverine's my favorite Marvel hero, so just to see that they're making a figure out of this one for like them going to the current Ultimate line is an immediate buy. And I hope they make more the characters just in Ultimate Universe in general, and also characters like in the Wolverine lore. Because like if they make a Ultimate Silver Samurai, I'll immediately buy that to go with this one. Because he has like a different look in that comic, and it's just it has so much potential. And yeah, it's an immediate buy. And I also like how comparing this to the last Build-A-Figure wave, Wolverine doesn't come with any Build-A-Figure pieces. So even if I just wanted to get this one, I wouldn't have extra Build-A-Figure accessory.
Yeah, I think that's always the good thing for like when you have a character like Wolverine, Iron Man, or Spider-Man in a wave, and they don't have a Build-A-Figure piece. That way, you don't have to get as many Wolverines and Spider-Man. They sell anyway because of the character appeal. But yeah, definitely. I do like that kind of like initiative. But I'm just checking the chat. Damien says hit for Robbie, but we are so empty for Ghost Rider villains. Come on, Hasbro. Zarathos, please.
Yeah.
I agree. I would love some Ghost Rider stuff. Maybe in that retro card, because they've done that retro card for Ghost Rider. So can we get more characters from that?
There's like a lot of like villains that, which is like heroes in general, that they just haven't done. Like I would do anything for than to make a Michael Korvac.
Oh, it'd be sick. And I would love updated Vengeance. Now that's another Ghost Rider who has, kind of like a vehicle as well. So it's like that figure is very much due for an upgrade. Like I do have the old Toy Biz one. It's a pretty cool figure, but obviously with what that time's like articulation with the kind of like weird legs and kind of like it doesn't fit in a collection anymore of like Ghost Rider stuff. So he definitely needs a new figure, and like a lot of other Ghost Rider characters that we need. But yeah, Rich M, Sydney Sweeney Spider Woman, yes, from that amazing hit movie, Madam Web. Yeah, Damien Ristori, Steel Serpent, the green guy, Moonraker. Okay, sorry, I didn't know who Moonraker is. I'm getting through the comic. I'm sorry. uh,
We
again,
haven't got it.
yeah,
Have we not got a Steel Serpent?
I do have Steel Serpent. Wait, hold up.
Because now that he says that, that got me thinking now.
Wait, Steel Serpent as in Davos from Iron Fist, right?
Iron Fist arch nemesis, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have him. He'd be a great figure to have. I don't think, yeah, because this is Moon. Wait, let me.
That sounds too surprising that we don't have a Steel Serpent.
I mean, we don't have a lot of like, yeah, okay, so the green guy is Moonraker for people who wanted to know. There you go. Apologies. Andrew says, doesn't know who the green guy is. Okay, unsubscribe. Well, sorry. You got some lore. They retconned him to be Space Phantom. Basically showed up as a mystery member and love interest for Julia. Thank you, Rich, for the knowledge dump. But the book got cancelled, so it never really went anywhere, and they retconned him to be a Space Phantom later. I didn't know that. Thank you for that information. So let's just go through. Rich M also says Ultimate Wolverine is my second fave in the wave. The modern Ultimate Fit books are so good. I'm kind of waiting for a compendium of like the whole collection, because I know we've got like they're doing Ultimate Endgame, which seemingly confirms the end of this new Ultimate universe. So it's like, I know.
It has something good going.
Exactly. And I definitely agree
Yes.
with Display Once. We need a maker. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy that we haven't been given him. I hope that he's not on the Pizza Spider body, because so far that's the only current. I mean, technically we have like the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man body, which could work for a maker. He's a very slender guy, so it's like I don't want them to cheap out and use the Pizza Spidey body for that, but definitely maybe that Ultimate Fantasy figure. Anyway, that was a whole different tangent, but for me, I kind of want to get this. Like, it's a fun figure and like he's a great character. I've read some of the stuff, so I do enjoy his run. A bit bummed out he didn't come with a different head for his like without the mask, or with a what he looks unmasked, where he's got like the massive hair and massive beard. Let me get a picture. So I will pull up an image of the maker as well, because my God, what a character. I mean, look at this big dickhead guy. I mean, a big brain head, man. Oh wait, it's not showing. I showed it, but it didn't show. Oh wait, there we go. Oh. Oh wait. Oh, I see what I did. Let me just different tab for people. Here we are. Apologies. I thought I could see it, but none of you could. Here we are. Here's the maker with his big brain. Like if you know, you know. Oh, Zion also got a shot of the maker in the comics. So yeah, we definitely need a maker with the big head, and I'd love if they did hit like. Of course, they could do this look, and I'd be happy. But they could also do his look without the helmet. I think I can get a shot with that. Without helmet. Yeah, it might be hard, But yeah, you definitely need that.
Jesus.
So like,
Him and the leader need to have a brain off or something.
yeah, exactly. I mean, oh yeah, look at this. Look at this. That's what we need. I mean, we got Bushwhacker with his weird arm that looks like something, dirty. And then, you got to team him up with Mr. Dick Brain. But anyway, we definitely need a maker. If the well, no, we'll talk about this, but the Marvel Rivals, if they do a figure of that look, I wouldn't be mad, but I'd still want a comic version first. But yeah, yeah. So I was saying, oh yeah, let me show you Unmasked Ultimate Wolverine, Wolverine, Unmasked. Yeah, so like you can see, this would have been a cool like head accessory because like one of the things of the wave that you'll see is that they don't come with any additional heads. So it kind of feels like the budget wasn't budgeting and was like, yeah, we're not going to include multiple heads for other characters. But this would have been a cool head, or like you got other covers where he's got more of like traditional Wolverine, but I think that kind of more hobo / untamed look would have been cool to see. But we move on. Now, I also will be getting this just so I can take off that mask and make a custom. But hey, that's fine. Uh, one of a lot of people's favorite reveals from this wave is the very like classic Psylocke. Now, last week we did talk about like the kind of like rumors / leak of this wave, and everyone was like, we need this version or pretty much the classic look. So everyone got their wish. They got a classic look. But everyone like they still kind of want the first appearance version of Psylocke. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this, Ashwan? Like, will you be picking this up and adding to the display, or is this more of like not your kind of like vibe because it's more like earlier look Psylocke rather than her more very iconic look?
I will probably be picking up more so because I'll be picking up probably the whole wave, or I want to pick up most of the wave just because half the figures, or most of the figures I do want, and so there will be really no point if I don't pick this one up. I don't personally have like any. I don't personally have any connection with this Psylocke just because didn't grow up with it. But I know a lot of people are really happy that this figure's been made, and so I will like, of course, buy it like because it's part of the wave, but also like because a lot of people are happy with it. I'm then like happy as well because I know a lot of people really wanted it, and so this is a very good figure to add to the wave. And like when looking at the certain costumes that could have been like a Psylocke or whatever, like this Psylocke just seemed like the better one rather than the other one. And this one just looks more toyetic. It just looks way better to put on a shelf. I don't have any of the other Outback figures because I'm pretty sure this is Outback Psylocke. But like it's an easy thing just to put into that Outback shelf. I know a lot of people are wanting to build up that team, so another figure. Of course, Rich says this is best of the wave. So yeah.
And you, Zion, are you in for this look of Psylocke, or are you, similar to Ashwan, like happy that people got this, but you've got your Psylocke, or I know you don't do a lot of the X-Men, so I want to know your thoughts on this because, yeah, I know you don't do the X-Men.
Yeah, I'm happy that people finally got their wish and finally got that version of Betsy that they wanted. But for me, reading comics, the version of Betsy that I'm normally have my mind's eye and if I will get a version, if I would get a Psylocke, it will be the Gameverse one because
Right.
that's the version in her costume that I'm more accustomed to, and also how like the figure looks. This one, the Gameverse one, it, it has more like opportunities for like posability too. Like you can like move
Mm,
around, like it's on the Black Widow body. So
yeah.
so you can get a lot of pictures and like poses and like have a lot of fun with it. With this one though, it just with that cape, it I don't think it's, it's gonna like go that well in like posing and like displays.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that because you know, yeah, Hasbro capes aren't the best. They never can move, and they're usually
Mhm.
a traffic cone, as people say. Pretty much, just like I know you can say for this, or both of you, like Vision here. Look at his cape. It's great. It's a great figure. I have him on my
Mhm.
display, but my God, how much like real estate he takes, as
I
well
got
as
order. I got to order another cloth cape because I tried to order like a cloth cape on Macari ones, and let's just say that it didn't fit him. It was too small.
oh oh no.
Yeah, so I gotta try to find another, a better version of Vision
So
cape for him.
for me, it's like I think for a lot of people like in the UK, there's Scoticus Customs, who does like really cool cloth goods capes for action figures, like for Marvel Legends and that stuff. And usually it's on the theme of like the character. Let me see if I can get him up, but he's usually a good shout for Scoticus Customs. Uh, Shout out Scoticus Customs. It's not paid sponsorship, but hey, I like his stuff.
Ooh,
So you can see like he does like cloth goods for a lot of the characters, so like Omega Red, Mysterio, the Daredevil, Elektra, like full on like
that's
upgrades.
I need that Taskmaster to replace the cape of mine.
Yeah, I don't have. I see. I have this Bishop. My gosh, it makes the figure look amazing, and I've kept him on that. I might do it for the Archangel, just so I don't have to get the new one. Although I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna get that. And like, although it's out of stock, you can see like the more bodysuit for
The maker.
yeah, and like you could definitely use it for a maker as well. But yeah, he does like outfits, capes. So here we go, capes. So even like AOA, I might have to actually get this. Ooh, ooh. Um, Lalandra, AOA, Rogue, the recent Mandarin, aka Psylocke. I think this was
On theme.
Betsy. Yeah, exactly. So these are the things like this is what people want. Oh, look at that. We were talking about Red Sun Superman. There you go. And yeah, like you can see, like there's definitely thing like for the Marvel Legends, they definitely need like the cape upgrades. Oh, here we
Mm.
go. Now this is the older version, but I think
It could
still,
work.
yeah. So yeah, shout out Scott Customs.
Does he ship overseas?
I don't know. Oh, I haven't shipping info. Let's see. I hope he does. USA customers are open.
Okay, good. I would
Okay, so
that
there
one
you
of my
go.
next priorities.
But yeah, for me, I think I share the similar kind of like sentiment. I'm I didn't grow up with this look for Psylocke. I know this look existed, but I wasn't fan. I'm more of like how Zion you said that Gameverse one. I have the old version of the Marvel Legends one, not Toy Biz, but the one before the Gameverse figure, and I've kept that one. I don't know if I like. I could try and convince my auntie who played Psylocke in Deadpool and Wolverine. So maybe she wants that Psylocke, and I'll be like, "Hey, can you get two? One for you, and one for me, and I can get the other character who's in that 2-pack." So maybe. But anyway, yeah, I like you guys have said, I'm not, in this. look. Like, I'm not into this look, and I'm not going to pick it up. But I'm happy that everyone's got it. Like, shout out Encountered Culture. He's definitely looking forward to getting Outback Psylocke. So, yeah, a lot of people want this, and
Mhm.
I think one of the things that everyone was saying about this wave is that they wanted, Outback Colossus to finish that team. But, obviously, I think because of the more recency bias of the Colossus that we got in the 2-pack of the Astonishing X-Men with Kitty Pryde, I think it was like maybe too soon to get that get Outback Colossus in this wave. But definitely for those who want it, they should do it. But
Well, I mean, they're doing 2 versions of Bullseye, like back to back. So
that's true. Also, they didn't give that extra head for Hawkeye, which is pretty good that they didn't do. So I think that's good. Ashwan Damien says the last Psylocke 2-pack is only $22.99 at In Demand Toys. That's a proper deal. I know. Wait, Ashwan, you already have it, so maybe isn't just saying like, oh, that's there. So if anyone wants to get that, there you go. I might get that. Who's part of that 2-pack? Was it? It wasn't Juggernaut. Juggernaut was by
Thanos.
himself. Thanos.
I think
the
it's
figure
like the other 2-pack.
Oh wait, what 2-pack? Oh wait, I'm trying to think what Psylocke he's talking about.
The Mandarin one.
the
Oh yes. Okay, yeah. There you go. Thank you, Damien, and thank you, Ashwan, for reminding. I remember that 2-pack. My gosh. I didn't. Anyway, yeah. Stuff with the Psylocke. I really like the effect piece that they've got for like her ability, but yeah, that cape is definitely a thing that will be replaced for for everyone.
especially since like female figures are more like slender and lighter, so it'll be more easily prone for the fall.
Yeah, and I know people have said this is like the body is the Lilandra body, so it has good articulation, but I think it's not like compared to that Gamerverse one, it's not the same. But hey, I don't want to like kind of trash this because this is actually a really good figure, and I'm happy that people are gonna get this. Just not for me. But anyway, we'll move on to the last 2 figures that were revealed for this wave, which were
Marina.
What was her name again?
Marina.
Marina. There you go. I knew it was something aquatic, but I forgot. So we got Marina, which everyone is happy to get this as she is part of the Alpha Flight. So we've got her with new webbed hands and like kind of like a different piece, like a body piece, which people have been talking about how hopefully we get like this could be a tease of a classic Namorita, which I am down for because that reminds me of the Marvel Ultimate Alliance look she had. So maybe hopefully we get that. But yep, so we got Marina. You two, what your thoughts on this? As this is, and like I think this wave is very much, or like this build a figure and this character pretty much completes a team for Alpha Flight. So, what are your thoughts on that? And will you be picking her up?
Personally, yeah, because more so just because of the Alpha Flight link into it, and also I want to get most of the wave anyways. So to get her and to get Box as the builder figure, like I have the Alpha Flight box set, but don't currently have the figures on the shelf. They're away in a tub just for now. But like to have them like actually on display with these 2 figures that are coming out, and just to like, even though there's still like I think 2 members we still need from Alpha Flight to then fully make a team. The fact that we're still somewhat getting some means that maybe they re-release the box set. Maybe not the whole box set, but maybe they re-release them figures just because they're fairly old pins, this, that, and the other. But like these two figures though to go with them, it's just such a perfect, and I think the whole wave in general is such a good wave to start off 2026.
Yeah. And Zion, are you're picking her up to finish an Alpha Flight, or to add on to Alpha Flight team, or are you gonna pass?
For now, I'll probably pass because like I don't have the box set for the Alpha Flight, and the Alpha Flight I don't have like an attachment to them that much. Even though like I read some comics where they were the main focus, I'm not really like that like passionate about that team.
Yeah.
So for now, I'm gonna pass on both her and Box.
Okay, fair enough. For me, I'm unfortunately going to pass. I did have the Alpha Flight team, but I have since sold them. But who knows if they do a Guardian, or Vindicator, in an updated body, I might get him because I kind of wanted to keep him because of having like a kind of like a international hero like display of like you got Captain America for America, and then you got Captain Britain for Britain, and then kind of like doing the characters of each country as like a display. But I had to sell the whole team. It makes sense to sell the whole team. Anyway, so I won't be picking her up, and I won't be picking up Box. So here is the Build-A-Figure in all his glory, in his very Colossus-esque look. Although a lot of people wanted I know Jay wanted the blue look, and shout out to Robo from Robo Don't Know. He mentioned that they could have included a blue body with Wolverine, so that you could potentially make that look of the blue look. I know he's got like the blue look has like yellow boots or whatnot, so it wouldn't be that same. But like, imagine they did that. That would have been more accessible for having both looks. But then again, you'd have to pick up Wolverine, so it's kind of like a two-edged sword. Would you want to do that or not? But yeah, so we had the full Build-A-Figure wave, and yeah. So I know Zion, you're not going to be picking this up, but Ashwan, I know you will be, because you have Alpha Flight, and you would want to add to that team. So yeah, yep, that is the full wave, which went live on pre-orders April 15th. We are April 18th, so past that. So yeah, you got the whole wave assortment. Like I said, I'm in for US Agent, Ghost Rider, Hawkeye, and potentially the Wolverine. Well, I think I will get the Wolverine, but may get two, one on clearance and one normal. So let's see.
Yeah, I'll probably wait like a sale too for like Wolverine, because $30 for only one extra set of hands.
Yeah,
and even though I really want him, it's just
yeah. No, I do agree. Like back when I was collecting, it was £19, or that was 2019. I know. Whoa, 2019. Whoa. But yeah, no, that price for just a single figure is a bit strange for me. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But so, Ashwan, let me guess, you're getting the whole wave entirely, or are you gonna like maybe with Lady Deadpool wait for sale, or are you kind of just all in straight away?
So I do want to get the whole wave, but I probably won't buy it all straight away.
Yeah.
Like, I think the ones that I want to get straight away is Dark Avengers Hawkeye.
I don't. Oh my god.
at least he buys women figures, unlike is it Adam who don't buy figures?
Exactly. Adam doesn't get any female
Adam
figures.
Batman.
Yeah, I'm not that bad. I do get female figures. To correct. It's just I'm not finishing that wave. not getting that. I'm not getting the Build-A-Figure, so it's kind of a toss-up. And plus, I don't like Lady Deadpool. I mean, just because I don't like Deadpool, so that's a whole different reason. And I love this Virtual Dave. Now that would be a surprise guest. Yes, Adam Batman Moran. Shout out him. That would be fun. But yeah, you were saying that's fun. So you'd be you wait for the sales.
Yeah, basically, I would wait for sale on like maybe the ForceWorks US Agent and I don't really know other than that, because the main problem is because this wave is fairly good, I think all of them are going to go very quickly. And so,
Yeah.
like, even though I'd want to wait on sale for like maybe a fair bit of these, I realistically might have to just get them as soon as I can, just because I know they're going to go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I think that might be the case. I'm also kind of like, oh, I don't want them to just go straight away. But yeah, I think for me, I've said who I get, but Zion, who are you getting from this wave? Because I know you're not going to go for full wave, but you're getting like pretty much a lot of them.
Yeah, U.S. Agent, Lady Deadpool, Bullseye, and I'm away on Robbie.
Okay, fair enough. We got display ones. I think apart from Wolverine and Lady Deadpool, the rest will be easy to find. Let's hope. Let's hope. So from that, we move straight on to kind of like one of the topics or one of the wave reveals or the reveals that kind of like a lot of people were kind of like Marvel Rivals, but I think because we're Gen Z and we've played Marvel Rivals, this is more
some of my stats.
Exactly. We know more about like this kind of like getting figures of this is awesome. So for the first figure we have Punisher in his glorious chunkified look from the game. Very, I kind of don't want to say like Rob Liefeld kind of look, but with better feet. Rob Liefeld can't draw feet. But yeah, what are your two thoughts on this Punisher?
I personally think it looks very good. Like, it's just with the design of him in the game is because he is like really beefy and is like all their designs are very different to normal Marvel. Is that he just looks so cool and just like personally, I am probably gonna be getting this, and I may say that for everyone, but it's just because like the main thing is I just love their design so much, and if this is a line that that Legends actually continue with, then it will help even more because this figure is very, like this figure and the other ones that look very good.
Yeah, and I love this comment. This got more paint than the whole budget for the 2025 Legends. So true. And look at this. See, we got proof of a player.
Yeah, this is like me with friends. So shout out my friends. I don't know if they're watching, but like.
And was that you?
I was playing as Punisher actually.
Oh, sick! See, I also agree. Punisher is one of my mains in the game, so I'm very happy for his reveal. What were your thoughts, Zion? Is this an instant pickup? But like, yeah.
The thing with these figures is like, I know, knowing me, I'm probably gonna like get all of them. And specifically with this Punisher like they did it. They actually like did it in the proportions that Frank looks in that game, and not just like using like the War Journal or the Game of Earth's body. They made him like that big chunky guy with his guns, and it just looks like so good. And I was just like so like shocked that they actually like went full force and did him like in this way. And the fact that they did these characters in their like Marvel Rivals like style it's making me want to get them.
Yeah,
And have like the whole separate display for them. And I
yeah,
hope they do more.
yeah, exactly. This is definitely a thing of like we could do a topic of like who we want for the next wave. Maybe that's the next topic. Who knows? But yeah, this I am instantly picking this up. He's my main, and I love this. Like you said, they kept the aesthetic. They didn't
Yeah.
out and use a existing Marvel Legends body to do this. They went all out, and I love that. Like I know one of the lines, like one of the games that they did, like another game, like the first Game of stuff that they did of the Avengers game, they did do new bodies for those. Unfortunately, they didn't sell because that game was atrocious. But exactly. I'm getting too much flashbacks how I pre-ordered that. Anyway,
I did too.
exactly.
Every DLC character, I was there. Like I remember, like when Black Panther and Spider-Man came out.
Yeah.
I wanted to, I wanted to like miss school so bad so I could play those characters. Because when the two Hawkeyes came out, Clint and Kate, I was out of school. So I can just hop on them already. But when T'Challa and Peter came out, it was like, I had to wait so long. And Black Panther, he's a good player. His combat's like good, but Spider-Man was atrocious.
Oh yeah, his swinging was bad. Like he had okay costumes, but not as
half of you can get in the Insomniac game, and they look better in the Insomniac game.
Yeah. Did you play the Avengers game, Ashwan, or did you?
I have it right here.
I done the same thing you two did, but
I can't believe it.
I done it even worse because I don't know if you two done it as well. I bought the best edition on pre-order.
I think I did the whole pre-order bonus where you get the classic skins of them. So I had Day Dot Classic Thor and let's see. Oh my god. Yeah, I still have my PS4 copy of that. And that Guardians game should have had figures, by the way. That game was
it should have.
And
I like this version of Guardians better than the movie Guardians, to be honest.
Oh, me too.
Be careful what you say, Zion. Be careful what you say.
Anyway,
we gotta do a whole video game topic one.
Yeah, most definitely. But I love this. I know, Kenny from Encounter Culture, he was talking about, using this figure as a use for Crossbones. So, Damien as well, swap the head for a Crossbones. I need help from you guys. What Crossbones head would fit? That's the thing. Until we get this figure in person, we don't know what the kind of ball joint will look like. So it's the case that I think once that happens, people will probably be doing body swaps or head swaps. I also want to see if that vest is removable, because then that could be an interesting look of doing a custom Punisher without the vest. But anyway, I love this. Virtual Dave, Marvel Rivals. Now we're talking. Need a Rivals Black Cat. Yeah, she was recently revealed, and yes. Mm-hmm. you know.
Yeah, some of these female characters, I don't know if they can do in the normal releases.
Oh yeah, like Emma Frost.
like Emma, Natasha, and Sue. I don't know if they can do that.
Oh yeah, that's true. And I love this from Display Once. I played Jeff because I'm old and I can't aim. Lol. Hey,
I'm getting
it's
PTSD.
Jeff the Shark. We'll talk about it, but I never understood pre-ordering video games. I never did until that period of time where I pre-ordered Avengers, Gotham Knights, and
I played Gotham Knights. I haven't played it before. I want to give it a try.
It's okay. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Story-wise, but I enjoyed it because I played Tim Drake, and I was like, hell yeah, he's in the game. Hell yeah.
For me, I only pre-order games that I really have passion passionate about. Like I pre-ordered Spider-Man 2,
Yeah.
Avengers, God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And like GTA 6, I'm gonna be pre-ordering that instantly. So it's just games that I have a big with like franchises that I have big passion for, that I would just go ahead and pre-order it. Because even though if I don't like it, I'm still gonna play it. Like Avengers, I didn't like the game that much, but that's still the game that I had the second most amount of hours in.
Mm. Yeah, no, I think definitely for the video game topic, I'll tell my first pre-ordered game because it's not one of those. It's an interesting one, but I love this. Damien goes, "Poor Kenny, don't want another broken head." I mean, if he did get that, then he might get a free Dragon Man or a completely different figure instead. So maybe he wants that. And of course, Virtual Dave, yes, Emma Frost is a must. Yes. So we move forward. Although one thing that is kind of missing from this figure, and I know you two will know because when I tried to explain it, we had to get an image of it, but you two will
on
know.
the after show.
Yeah. No, it was on the recap with Kenny. He was like I was trying to explain his ultimate, where he does the whole judge, jury, and executioner, and he has all those massive guns on him, and I'm like, I wish that came with this figure, and especially how this figure is offered as a deluxe pack. I would have put those guns in there because then you could do that, his finisher, and that would be a selling point of this figure. Of oh yeah, you get all these gun accessories, but he just comes with 2 guns. So yeah, 2 guns, rifle and a pistol, and with blast effects. So yeah, not too bad. You can see here the previous ones we've seen before.
Ooh.
I wish they gave him a turret as well, but hey, anyway. Then we got Moon Knight, which I think a lot of the even comic collectors were interested at this because this one comes with a massive cape that gives him that gliding look, and in the game he uses his cape to glide, and it pretty much looks exactly like this. So yeah, his finisher gave me a Bakugo from My Hero vibes. Yeah. Shout out Zion.collectibles. He did earlier on in the chat. He was like, "What's up? I was tagged on a story, lol." I don't know. I don't think it was me. I'm sorry, but hey, you're here. Anyway, so we got this Moon Knight, and a lot of it has that feature of this gliding look. I think a lot of people are going to reuse this for their Moon Knight because I doubt we're going to get a maximum Moon Knight. But yeah, what are your 2 thoughts on this Moon Knight from Marvel Rivals?
He looks very good. All their his design as well with the cape and just his design in general in the game. You could fudge as a comic Moon Knight if you want to. It's just so good that it's just to put into the figure form. It's just amazing. It just looks so good with the little. I can't remember what they're called. The moon crescent things.
I call them moon rings.
Yeah, same.
But it just it looks really good, and most likely if I do get this one, which of course I want to get this one, is I'm gonna have him in the flight look because I don't mind his normal cape, but
yeah,
the main thing that kind of annoys me sometimes when Legends make capes is when they have weird little ruffles in them, and so it doesn't look natural. And I think just I get it for aesthetics if you're doing some cool stuff, but exactly like Zion show in the Thor one, it's just
Ragnarok.
Some of them look
with a Thor
more
head.
worse than others, but just personally for me, I'll use that crescent cape.
Right. Yeah. No, I do agree because this cape, it's pre-posed, and a lot with the plastic of that cape, it's gonna be a nightmare to just have him there. So I think the second look of the spread out sort of gliding look is the better look for this figure. But yeah, I definitely agree. And Zaya, what are your thoughts on Moon Knight?
Moon Knight, the moon haunts you. It definitely haunts me. But yeah, uh, the design is just so good, and the fact that they captured it in the figure form for the first wave in immediate pickup,
Mm.
and when I was like seeing all these, I just had freaking sparkling stars in my eyes, just like watching this whole thing. Because like I was in class watching the stream, so, and I had like contained my excitement like as much as I could. But even if you look up, you can see like how much like passion I had like when I was watching these.
Mm.
And the cape, when they showed the gliding cape, I was like, no way they actually did it, and how come like it can like bend kind of, but still goes back to its like original form.
Mm.
That's a good feature, and the fact that you can actually swap out the capes, it could comes with two different ones. I didn't think that was also like the perfect choice for Moon Knight. The accessories, yes, very good, and just picking Moon Knight as one of the first people in the wave, I think was a good choice, especially for like the design and the popularity of the character, and the fact that we don't get a lot of Moon Knight figures, so this will be like a perfect opportunity. Well, I was watching it on my iPad, and I was done with all my work, so like
Okay, fair enough.
yeah, and I'm a straight A student, so like
Oh yeah,
fuck
that's
that.
fine. Uh, yeah, I think I share your like sentiment of this figure. Like, it looks amazing. Great choice for a first of the wave. I also think like if they wanted to, like if they ever wanted to reuse something, they could easily reuse this as like a Taskmaster. I know like the look is very much Moon Knight from that game, gamified, but that head sculpt with the hood, that kind of like chest piece and the armor, kind of gives me Udon vibe, Taskmaster, where he had that silver look and everything. So like you could definitely like I could see like custom potential for this figure. But yeah, I love it. One of the things I'd be like, oh, I wish would have been included. Maybe his Ankh like effect that he throws down in the game, like that would have been cool as a kind of like effect piece. Because the X figures have effect pieces, or one of them has an effect piece, but uh, yeah, it feels weird he didn't come with. But then again, he's got two capes plus the boomerangs and his baton, so he's already coming with a lot. So maybe that's just me being a little bit, ooh, I want this, kind of thing. But also, Damien says you could easily do a Phantasm. I didn't think that would actually be sick. Oh, that would be sick. But yeah, we move from Moon Knight to the two pack. So obviously those two were single releases, and then this one is a two pack of Luna Snow. So this is our first figure ever in Marvel Legends line, and the Marvel Rivals Spider-Man. Now, like here, she has the like snowflake ability, like effect piece. So I think you can actually use it as like that, but also it does attach to her back. So you kind of have that uh, look for her. And then we have the Spider-Man from this wave, who there's been a lot of talk about, his look and his articulation. Yeah, what are your thoughts on these two figures as a two pack, as well as just them doing these two?
Personally, I really like it. Like Spider-Man's design in the game is, of course, it's not like that different, but it's different to the point where like it looks like a completely different suit. Like it looks like he's got it from somewhere else. It just looks like very cool. And of course, because I've played the game, it's kind of annoying that like he's annoying to play as Like he's kind of hard to play as. And
Yeah.
so like I haven't really played as him too often. Like my mains on the game are normally Winter Soldier and Iron Man, and so like I'll be happy if they get added, but that's another conversation for another day. But
Mm,
like to add into the pack as well, you get a Spider Man, which is gonna sell no matter what. But the fact that you get a Lunar Snow, like, yeah, this Spider Man looks awesome with the Lunar Snow, and there's the Lunar Snow. Even though she is a Marvel Rivals design, I don't know if a lot of people will be doing this or not, but you could easily put her maybe into like a comic shelf or something. Maybe it just
yeah.
depends whether people would want to or not. But like, I will most likely, if I do end up getting all of these, which I would like to, that I will probably just have like a separate little block and just have Marvel Rivals figures in that personally. But I
Mm,
wouldn't be surprised if people, if they end up getting the Marvel Rivals figures and have Marvel Rivals separate, get two just to have two Lunar Snows.
yeah. I could definitely see that. I feel like if someone is a good customizer, they could change up the Lunar Snow for the comic one and have like a different color, like they'll paint something else, and then for the Marvel Rivals, they'll keep the same. So definitely a potential of that. Zion, what about you? You down for these two figures?
I'm down on 1.5. So Luna, yes, this is her first figure, and she's a relatively newer character. So this is it. So she's is like carrying this pack for me. I'll be getting it mainly for Luna.
Hmm.
With the Spider Man, it's just that I love the design because I love when like nowadays with the media everything have to be like MCUified and like MCU like adjacent. But I do appreciate like when like other properties like the Insomniac Spider-Man and Marvel Rivals, they take the costume and like do their own thing with it, and not just being like a rehash like the MCU like comics. So like it's still like Spider-Man, but you can tell it's his own version of Spider-Man. So I like the
Hmm.
costume. The only thing that I wish is that it was on like a different body, cause like with like characters like Spider-Man, it's just that with the waist swivel, I'm not really like a fan of that for like acrobatic and ag- agile characters. Really,
Yeah, no, I agree.
like a
Uh,
bunch of like the Gameverse Spider-Mans from the Insomniac game, they used that body, and it
mm,
was just like, eh,
it doesn't look great when you're posing it. Like here, they kind of like fudged it where you can't see that swivel,
they
but
hit it.
yeah, like it just doesn't. I get what you mean. It should be on the kind of like ball joint, like ball socket kind of thing where you get that kind of flexibility. Because I do think like them doing the torso like this instead of kind of like how um, Luna Snow has here, kind of like that kind of waist, that like midpoint of like articulation. That would have benefited the Spider-Man design more than this. Uh, this like style of just the ab crunch. So I do agree. Like you can see like here, it does look strange cutting it off like that. Um, but yeah, it's definitely a weird thing, and there is the Marvel Rivals Blockies version of Spider-Man, which let me get up because there we'll definitely be talking about the Blockies line because there is a few characters they're doing quicker, or we'll get sooner rather than the Marvel Legends one, because obviously the Marvel Legends ones are recent, but like you can see here, like the Blockies did that kind of like like midpoint ball socket joint, which looks
I can't hear you.
you can hear me now?
Yeah.
Ah, usually that's a sign where my mic dies. Always. Um, I was saying, with the blockies, Spider-Man, which I know Ashwan did build, so he has experience on that. But like from that figure, it had that kind of like joint here where it looks much better. Like, yeah, sure, it has this waist thing, but at least it flows more with posing. And also, I like to say the blockies one has like the webbing on his suit more of like texture rather than this figure it being just decoed on, which I feel like is a missed opportunity because you do have like texture on the blue part, but not on the red part. I mean, it might have been tricky, granted, like because like the design is a bit, all over the place. But I feel like they should have sculpted those webbings. But yeah, I'm on the fence on these two. I do want the Lunar Snow, and I kind of want the Spider-Man, but I'm just like maybe I'll wait for discount for these two. But yeah, you got these two. I mean, he poses well, although maybe that feet. I don't know. And you can see he's doing his pose in the game. But yeah, two good offerings, I'd say. I still am happy that we got this. Now here's the bane of all existence. Jeff the Shark and Venom. So we'll start off with Venom to keep positive. So what are your thoughts on Venom from this 2-pack? We'll get into Jeff the Shark because
I think the Venom looked great. Like, I think just like scale wise, I know of course I can't remember if they shoot him next to anyone else other than Jeff, but like scale wise, he just seems very good. Like he seems like he's as big as he should be. Like the proportions of like how his head is fairly small on a big body, like it looks like how it does in the game. And like it just like with most of the other figures, like even though of course they still like take a lot of detail to do and they're fairly different designs, Venom just looks like he literally just looks like he's been took from the game and has instantly been put onto a figure because he just looks so good, and he just he looks like he's definitely a standout of these figures because of how big he is, and also he comes with another certain someone.
Yeah. So from the Venom, like you can see how big he is. Like even I know they're not down on like a platform to show, but like you can see he is bigger, like compared to like Punisher. So like definitely scaling is correct in this sort of like for the line, because I think one of the criticisms of the blockies is that the Venom, although looks amazing, and I know Virtual Dave, he built this on Dan's live stream for In Demand. If you haven't seen it, first of all, you should be a member for Dan Who. Then you'll be able to watch that live stream. So do that anyway. And also you'll see the chaos of the crew, including Ashwan and Virtual Dave, as well as Craig. Don't forget the dots, but I think he stole that from Zion. So
yeah,
exactly. But like they showed, like they're good detail, but it's the scaling that is weird with like especially Spider-Man and Venom. They don't scale well, but with the Marvel Legends version of the Marvel Rival figures, you can see that they've actually put attention to Venom. So it definitely it definitely works for this. Now let's get onto this Shark. I almost, well, I mean,
the bane of my existence.
Exactly.
Well, one of the banes.
Jeff the Flipping Shark, a character who is hated in the Marvel Rivals game just because of how annoying he is, but also how this figure, or lack of figure, is just, oh, he's got head articulation. Now, let's discuss. What are your two thoughts on Jeff the Shark? Because hooey boy. Also, thank
Personally,
you,
like I oh
Dan Who is here. What's up, Dan Who? I didn't even pay him for that plug. Yeah, I'll send you an invoice later. Haha. I'm joking.
He gonna send you a bill.
But yeah, Ashford, what are your thoughts on Jeff the Shark?
I was just gonna say that I like occasionally play him in the game, and of course he's somewhat fun to play as. Not fun to go against, but he's fun to play as. And so like the thing is, I'm happy that we managed to get it in a Marvel Legends line because we got a Jeff the Land Shark before, but it was like way smaller because this proportion, like he's very big in the game.
Yeah,
And like the thing is, with I know of course it's more a statue than it is really a figure, but for me, like even though I'm not like, even though it's annoying that he hasn't really that much posability, I'm still like happy that we have him, if you know what I mean. Because even though like it's not posable, hasn't got this, that, and the other, the fact that we still have a Marvel Rivals Jeff just seems like funny to me.
yeah. And Zion, what are your thoughts on Jeff the Shark?
Oh, Jeff. Jeff. Well, just like Luna, it's his first figure in like the modern Marvel Legends line. I'm pretty sure. So it would be good to like add like new characters to like the whole like Legends aesthetic and whole like, Legends show. And with Jeff, there's not a lot you can really like do with like a figure like as small as him. So head articulation is like the like most thing that we could have gotten for this figure. And I like how they had like extra accessory for like his top fin, where it's like he looked like he's like swimming through the ground. I think that was a good addition for like display purposes, and that could also be used for like other stuff too, for like other different like figure collections too, not just Rivals Legends. Like that can make like a display piece for like let's say Atlantis show for like Namor or Aquaman. So like how that can be like transferred over. And for the Venom, I like how it's like the big beefy Venom. It's not like the scale as like the the Capcom Gameverse or the
blue one
or the 85th anniversary one. But it's also not as big as the Insomniac Gameverse Venom. It's like in its own like little scaling. So I think that was a good thing that they did, and I like how this one will scale with the Spider-Man. Very good. Like they got Venom in all his 19 inches of glory.
I was just about to make that joke. I love this. I love the Venom. He's definitely the biggest. I think apart from Punisher, he is like my favorite. Just how authentic he looks through the game, and like he can pose. And I think one of the things about Venom in this place, I pretty much have most of the bodies apart from that Gameverse one. Well, both the Capcom one and the Spider-Man 2 one. But like the Monster Venom, he's big, but he's not posable. And then you have the kind of like good standard, which is kind of like the animated series Venom / I think that is the same as the Capcom one. But then you have like the short one, which was the older Venom that they used to do, which was on the kind of the older Luke Cage body, where it was like big boy, but still wasn't as posable. So I appreciate that this one looks like it's going to be posable, and you can get it into different like this. A lot of them won't be able to do that. I think the best kind of like middle ground so far has been that movie Venom. I know they used that body for a comic Venom with the wings. I think that's my favorite Venom. Although
the King in Black.
Yeah, exactly. That one's a great Venom, and I think I might be replacing him on my
Marvel Ultimate Alliance display, just because like the Monster Venom is just too big, I think, for that look. I need to like properly look at that. But yeah, Venom amazing. Jeff the Shark. Now, I would have been like, okay, yeah, cool. He's just an accessory. That's fine. You know, at least he gets two head options. You know, head is good, as well as the kind of like shark in the water effect that you were talking about, Zion. It's definitely that like that is really good to include. One of the other effects I would have included is the whirlpool that he creates when he kind of like sucks everyone in, and then like that would have been cool. I know it's a lot of flashbacks for playing like against him, but I think that would have been a cool effect to include. But my kind of like gripe on this is that we go back to the Blockies ones, and they let me see if I can. I know he was revealed. Let me just search more because like looking at this Jeff the Shark. Wait, that's not a really good picture. Let me see. You don't have a good picture of him. Okay, wait here. See, look. Here's a good just summary of that. The Blockies has the articulation. Yeah, granted, it might look a bit, blocky. But at least it's a opposable figure, whereas this is just a statue. And I think, if you wanted to have like Jeff the Shark do his leaping pose or, whatnot, you can't do that with the Marvel Legends one, which kind of dampens that as a 2-pack. And obviously we don't know what the prices are for these Marvel Rival figures. But it just definitely like it doesn't sit well, but I'm like still again, I do understand he is more of an accessory, but with like I don't know, it's just like with all this hype of Jeff the Shark, he should have been given more respect in the Marvel Legends line. I just think that like it's definitely something that I would have preferred, but it's fine. It's fine. I think we're looking at the Marvel Rival stuff, but looking at the Legends, it's definitely like it's a good solid chunk of plastic, which I think a lot of people will either keep or they'll probably sell. I mean, I bet there's going to be a market where people will sell this and sell it for good price because Jeff the Shark he's more appreciated by normal fans or more Marvel Rival fans. So it's like but yeah. So we did get the kind of like pre-orders for these. So it's a bit strange. So for the 2 deluxe figures of Moon Knight and Punisher, that will be April 22nd, 2026. So like in a few days at 1 p.m. So that will be a Pulse Plus mainline retailer. So we'll be able to get this from like all sorts of shops. And then there's a gap for the next release is the Spider-Man and Luna Snow 2-pack, May 13th. And then with Venom and Jeff the Shark is April 29th. There is a kind of missing gap between those pre-orders. Like you got 2 in April, which is good, but then you have 1 in May, but it's not even like it's May 13th.
But
so
maybe they have like a reveal.
Like yeah,
that's what they usually do.
I definitely think like I know Dan Yuen has said that there are more reveals. Like he did say Wednesday. I remember it was Wednesday. He said like be prepared that it might be revealed. Like he said like keep your money or something like that. Like you're going to be spending a lot of bread. I think that was the tweet. So on Wednesday, next Wednesday. Now, okay. Thank you. Bring toys to work. What's up, Michael? He says Cyclops visor is May 6th. So there you go. So like, obviously it's the 2 Marvel Rivals, then this Cyclops visor, Then there's a wait for the few days wait for the other 2-pack. So definitely there's a gap, and I think because of how CinemaCon recently had the Doomsday trailer revealed there, although us, the public, didn't get to see that. It could be that could be revealed, like that wave could be revealed. I think that would be an interesting thing along with that trailer. So who knows? That would be sick. But remember, the Hulk hands went up the same day as the topless Wolverine. Ooh, that's true. Who knows?
Also, I just want to quickly mention something that I forgot to say about the Venom. I also like how the Venom has you can move the tendrils around the body. They're not stick like the other Venoms are. This one's you can actually move around and pose around different ways.
Yeah, no, that's sick. I love that because I remember seeing on the stream he was saying they're more bendy and more I don't think he said bendy wire, but he definitely
not
said
bendy wire. Just you can move them around different ways.
Yeah,
and play with them.
Yeah, which is good. Also, Dan who goes, so they're not afraid to have the role play and figure pre-orders on the same day. Okay, so it's definitely something something there for reveals. Definitely. And then the last thing we have to talk about is this mysterious little accessory, rather big accessory that they showed off to end the stream, which was this. Now, what are your two thoughts on this? What do you think this could be? What are your initial thoughts?
Honestly, I don't know. There's a load of characters that it could be. You could have Professor X, Daredevil, Magneto, stuff like this. But the main thing that baffles me about it is the peg on the other side of it. It seems like it plugs into something.
Yes,
that's the main thing that throws me off.
So that is the peg, and I did show this on the recap. Let me just put myself on. So one of the things was the oh shit, where did I put it? So a lot of people's theory is that this will be an effect piece for a kind of Professor X chair kind of thing, because the peg is like this. If you look at let me minimize myself. It's similar, not quite the same kind of length, but it's definitely for a vehicle. Not initial people thought the initial thought of people was, oh, Daredevil sonar effect, which I was
we're getting the Secret Wars Daredevil.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was gonna say the Secret Wars Daredevil already has that, so why would they show a reveal that show something that we've already seen? But then when they showed that side of the picture of the accessory, then it was yeah, that's too big to be on someone's back or on the head, kind of portrait kind of accessory. So the only thing is here on a vehicle, look at this hole, chair hole. Oh, should I cover it? Oh gosh. Censorship. Oh, it's too dark. Too naughty. No. Yeah, it definitely screams a vehicle or something floating. Now, the exact same that old Xavier chair, which I have here. It's very bulky. And it does have the cool features and that stuff of you can do that. But the 97 wheelchair is more box and more kind of slimmer. So I definitely think there's definitely good thought of them doing a 97 Deluxe Professor X and this be part of the chair's accessory. Because having this on the display, because this was the same kind of effect that they used for the Professor X chair. It feels weird because the whole thing about the chair is that it's floating, but it's not blasting off. It's not like going. It's more like levitating, as that was his form of travel, and it wasn't like on wheels compared to like how like his wheelchair is on wheels. So it's definitely not for that. But for, I think I'll get an image of that 97 wheelchair. That is more, slimmer, and I definitely think this is where that accessory is going. But yeah, the other thought that people had was that it would be like it could be part of a Magneto effect piece, like his kind of powers being in effect, because it's got that kind of like whirly twirly kind of, similar to the Daredevil effect, but also, Magneto. Initially, I was like, oh, maybe it could be part of different other effect pieces that go together to form a whole shield for Magneto. Like it could plug into something that goes around Magneto to be like, oh yeah, it's like this, kind of like whole circle effect. Because I'm pretty sure, like Stevie was saying, like Mr. Stevie was saying, it connects to other small stuff. So like maybe like a magnetic ball effect kind of thing, like Damien's saying. But I wanted to show. Let's see. I did unshare that. So let me just remove. So I wanted to show that chair that's there for 97 because it's definitely a design that I think could be done. So here we go. So that's the 97 chair. So it's more boxy kind of look. So I definitely think that.
Yeah, we can't see it.
Of course, I still had that one. Okay, there you go. That's the chair for 97. And I think a lot of people do want a Professor X from X-Men 97 because, I think that older figure, he definitely dated, like the Xavier figures dated, as well as that chair is quite massive. So maybe a smaller chair like this. I know I say smaller, but it's still kind of big, but this is more like slimmer. So maybe this tease that we have is that. But then again, it just feels like it's such a weird tease to have at the end. Not anything we know of. It's always the case. Like I remember the money bag and the gold bag. We all thought, oh my god, it's going to be a Doom bot. It's going to be something Doom related because it had the, Doctor Doom, like variant kind of like insignia on the gold. But then who was the reveal?
Grizzly.
Grizzly. So it's like, oh,
Wow.
yeah. I mean, Justin Collects did a good review on that. So if you wanted to look at that figure, pretty good. For me, I already had what you call it,
the
yeah. So that's the team I still need to finish. I need to get the Red Widow, so I need to get that so then I can have that team close to finish. But yeah, so that was pretty much that was it for. Oh, Damien has an interesting thought. Have we ever had a Fantastic Four car for Legends? We haven't, but I feel like that would be massive. Like that would be I think that would be a made to order because if it's the whole Fantastic Four car fitting the whole team, you need one big seat for things big behind. Then you have the other two seats for Reed and Sue. Obviously, Torch, he just flies, so he doesn't need a seat. So if you're doing that, also it could be Magneto's flying car. Who knows? Have you guys seen that Magneto's flying car? Because that is a vehicle that I don't think a lot of people know, but it's so strange that that exists. That exists.
Because like he can like levitate. So
Yeah.
like he doesn't need that car.
Exactly. He doesn't need that car. But let's. So we've got here. Then that's Magneto's car or vehicle. Very much deep cut. And I think that's from the Lego game. But he also had one in the Toy Biz era. You know, everyone had a vehicle there. But yeah, like no, that's way too deep. Deep cut for that. So let's not. But yeah, that was the reveals for Marvel Legends. It was very much like full packed wave of like, you know, a full build a figure wave, Marvel rival figures. I know like last week we were talking about, you know, rumors and leaks and that stuff, and pretty much we were like, you know, spot on. I mean, Rush, shout out collecting Rush, he was pretty much there, like, you know, he created that art. He did not start the rumor or the leak. We don't know who did that. But he like had like some like kind of like a guess of like who the characters would be. And you know, pretty spot on. Lady Deadpool, I think, was definitely the shock like reveal of that wave, because it was like, who had Lady Deadpool on their checklist, although she was in like previous rumor mill kind of things of like, oh, potential. But yeah, any kind of like final thoughts on the Marvel Legends kind of like reveals? Like, what was your best one? I think we might all share the same best reveal. But yeah, I just want to see what your final thoughts on this Marvel Legends reveals. So we'll go Ashwan.
I'll definitely say it wasn't the Cyclops visor. But it's a hard one. But like personally, I like just for the design alone, and just thinking about it now, like just how it looks and how they're able to do it. I do really like the Punisher from Marvel Rivals, personally. I can't hear you, by the way. Don't know if your mic's playing up.
Oh no, I've muted myself. I just needed to share the screen so we have more visuals. So let me just do that. Not Spider-Man's ass. So your favorite reveal, you said, was the Punisher.
Yeah, it's just like more so just because the design, like just the fact that like I would say the Venom, but like as a 2-pack, but because Jeff is in that 2-pack and he's kind of like a statue, I didn't want to like say that just because the Jeff kind of brings the 2-pack down a little bit. But I'd say as a single figure, I just really like the Punisher design. I like how they've done it, even though he's only got like his arms are a bit different to most legends. Like he hasn't got like full posability in them, but like his just whole design is just very good, and like I'm very excited to basically to put it on my shelf, to be honest, just because it looks like such a great figure. So
yeah, I mean definitely. Also, Damien shares that same thought, but he goes Punisher, Ghost Rider, and Psylocke. But yeah, definitely Punisher is a good figure. Zion, what was your favorite reveal of this Marvel Legends reveals?
Mine is actually a tie between this Punisher and the Ultimate Wolverine.
Let's see. So Ultimate Wolverine. Yeah. How come?
Yeah, just,
How come?
huh?
How come a tie between those two?
Because the Punisher is already like self explanatory what Ash once said, and what just like we was talking about the whole like of how like it captures the aesthetic of Punisher from Marvel Rivals, and the fact that it, it comes with all that stuff. It's like a big chunky figure. It's very good. And for the Ultimate Wolverine, it's just the fact that since I've been reading the new Ultimate comics, and I love the Ultimate comics, especially like Wolverine, and the fact that we're getting him so early, because I wouldn't expect we would get like in like modern like stuff in like a few years to like, but no, we're getting like some stuff now, and to start with my favorite storyline in Ultimate Comics, the Wolverine one. It makes me like happy that yes, this we're getting this figure, this version of Wolverine, and they didn't shy away from like making it what Ultimate Wolverine isn't. They went with his Winter Soldier look. The color scheme of his suit looks very good, and yeah, it's a very good looking figure.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Like, I think it's definitely a great figure. Like for that character's representation, solid. Like you're getting what you want of that look, and you've got the mask and everything. So definitely they knocked that out of the park. But yeah, for me, I think just how much of like how much I play of him, it's Punisher. Like that
Hmm.
was my favorite feel. But then I'd also go with if I had to choose another person, I'd be like Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, because that is like we've been wanting him. Unfortunately, the Engine of Vengeance didn't fund, so it was like, oh no, we're not gonna get him ever. But slowly, it was like, hints that we maybe with the other characters from that Engine of Vengeance being revealed. So it's like, oh, cool. Well, potential. But yeah, for me, like, so like good to see that we're getting that figure of Robbie Reyes. But yeah, hands down, Punisher. He my boy. Like, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Um, he's. I mean, it's just like I do agree. Ashwan with like the arm articulation, like the kind of like bicep is more single joint, and we like the range might not be as good. I feel like maybe there could be a way to like kind of get more like posing on that, but yeah, no, like his aesthetic just like it's exactly from the game, and I appreciate that the designers did that for the Marvel Rivals Punisher. Like none of them look like they're a reuse, so I think that's one of the pluses for this Marvel Rivals line that none of them look like reuse. So yeah, um, yeah, that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's all bid our farewells. So we'll go, Ashwan. Where can the lovely people find you?
Right. Ashwan231 on Instagram, Ashwan231 Comics on YouTube. Here every Saturday. Dan Who's YouTube here on Dan Who's every Thursday on the Extra Show and every other Sunday on Legends of Liquor, which is this weekend. So definitely watch it.
Thank you, Ashwan. And then Zion, where can the lovely people find you?
You can follow me on Instagram at DJRC Duncan _ here every Saturday and every 2 weeks on Legend Liquor, but not tomorrow because I will have to sadly miss the Legend Liquor, but the next Legend Liquor I will be on.
Okay. Sad that we won't see you tomorrow, but of course we'll see you on the next one, and obviously we'll see you next week. So, but yeah. For me, you can find me here on Agent Z Man or the Gen Z Report. So and Instagram Agent_Z Man. Yeah. So oh Dan, who says you can be on if you want, mate.
Oh, it's not full.
Message down. Just join group 2. Okay. What groups? I will be also joining Legends and Liquor tomorrow. So, Dan, who? Yeah, it's full, but fuck it. So maybe we'll see you there. Ashwin, what group are you on? Are you group 2?
Group 2, the best group, baby. Come on.
Exactly. Fuck group 1.
Even Dan knows group 1 sucks. Even Dan knows it. He doesn't want to admit it. Even he knows it.
I mean, he says we have 11 people in group 2. Lol. Whoa, damn.
It's gonna be another long one.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's a good long one. I mean, group 2 always great, but also, so be warned, it will be a late one.
Amanda's gonna be pissed.
But yeah, no, thank you all for tuning in to this week's Gen Z report. We'll be here next week for whatever topic. I know we didn't talk about Daredevil, but sometimes, I mean, this week's episode was great, but yeah,
there
okay.
was toy news, so we kind of had to talk about that.
Exactly. That. I mean, I
Plus,
think Marvel Legends
every week.
Exactly. And plus, for those who haven't caught up, it doesn't feel right. But anyway, we shall sign off, and thank you all for watching. So, bye everyone.